Come for the fun, stay for the chat. Maybe we'll put a digit in your ass. Triple X penetration. Kinky talk, fetish lists. Whose asshole can take a fist? Triple X penetration. Triple X penetration.
Welcome back.
And here we are at our third episode of Triple X Penetration.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm Alexis Souls, joined by my co-host
I'm
Alex
Alex
Nieves,
Nieves.
Sam Grossman, and Michael Tice.
Mike Tyson in the house.
Amazon Alexa.
And Amazon Alexa, who is
Hi,
our virtual
Alexa.
co-host, giving us all the answers to everything we need.
Or
Today's
just
show
Answer. Okay.
Today's show is going to be about body dysmorphia, inadequacies, self-esteem, and self-image, and how they all kind of hold hands with each other and how we see ourselves in this world. So, I guess starting off, guys, let's talk about some body dysmorphia. So let's ask Alexa right now. I hope she works.
Alexa, what is the definition of body dysmorphia?
Body dysmorphic disorder, occasionally still called dysmorphophobia, is a mental disorder characterized by the obsessive idea that some aspect of one's own body part or appearance is severely flawed and therefore warrants exceptional measures to hide or fix one's dysmorphic part on one's figure. In BDD's delusional variant, the flaw is imagined.
Alexa, what's the definition for gender dysphoria?
The noun gender dysphoria is usually defined as a psychological condition marked by significant emotional distress and impairment in life functioning, caused by a lack of congruence between gender identity and biological sex assigned at birth.
There you go.
Well, now that we know what they are, now we can talk about them.
Yeah, dude, I feel that for sure.
You have one on your face.
I'm saving it for later.
No, I feel that.
Okay.
Yes, Mom, I'm included.
I think honestly, I think to some degree, everybody, all humans, no matter what you identify as, feels that, just on maybe just a basic level, like a primal level, And I'm sure it's gotten a lot worse, and it will get worse with the fucking, the Instagrams and whatnot. It's like.
Well, yeah, when
Yes
you're
and
giving
no.
everybody an unrealistic standard to hold up to, whether it be holding a fucking expensive ass purse that you can't afford, or having a flat stomach, or a thigh gap, which is the big one, which
Flat chest.
I don't know, I don't want to fucking drop my phone in between my thighs, so that doesn't sound fun to me. But like a lot of girls want a thigh gap, and like I feel like weight always has a big role, and eating disorders have nothing to actually do with body dysmorphia, but eating disorders, body dysmorphia, all these things have to do with each other because it's you seeing flaws that other people just don't see in yourself.
Yeah.
They're all connected by insecurities. They're all connected by
Self-esteem, self-worth.
But I think
At
the
all.
biggest thing is that dysmorphia is strictly like extreme, like
anguish.
there's a reason that it's disorder.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm sorry. I'm like a little too high right now. But like, yeah, everyone has that aspect of like inadequacy, especially about their physical body or their personality, the way that their voice sounds, stuff like that. But the way that it becomes a disorder is when it's absolutely extreme. When it keeps you from
controlling your life.
When it keeps you from functioning.
Every aspect. So it's like
Every
if you don't like
aspect.
your hair, all you're doing is fucking with your hair all the time, and that kind of exacerbates the dysmorphia in a way because you're fixating on the thing that you actually have the biggest problem with.
And guess what? You're not going to leave the house. You won't do this. You won't go out. Or because you feel as I would paint this picture in my head like, all right, this is what's going to definitely fucking happen, even though it's not going to happen, because
That's anxiety.
Is this the same?
Which I
is it
feel
the same
goes
thing,
hand in
though?
hand with
No.
it.
It's
I
not
mean,
the same thing.
No.
Why not?
Anxiety is exasperated by body dysmorphic disorder, but they aren't one and the same.
It's a form of anxiety, no?
It is, but anxiety is a blanket term. But the
anxiety is like a symptom on like, so it's like you could have like cancer and AIDS, and you could have fibromyalgia, and all of those have fatigue as a symptom. So it's much like the same, like where you could have like bipolar disorder, you could have all these other, like you could have a million other things wrong with you, but like the anxiety is one of those symptoms that goes with so many different things. Like even just anxiety itself is an anxiety disorder. So
It could be little things, like,
absolutely.
I grew up always kind of being like a chubby kid. So, I go to the beach, I try to keep my shirt on, especially now, not too proud of my midsection.
Yeah.
But I've made peace with it. It's been compared to a 6-month pregnant woman.
who did that? Who hurt you? Who said that to you?
What's
It's been
their address?
compared to
We just want to talk.
Yeah.
It's been compared
Loudly.
to a Ninja Turtle shell.
And you don't forget about those things either.
I'm not gonna lie
cool.
though, you rocked that Winnie the Pooh
bring
costume
this over
like
to
Yo,
so
yeah, you
good
do.
though. You filled that Winnie the Pooh costume out perfectly, Alex. And
Dude, I love it.
really, I think you look great.
I
I'm
am-
think there's a
festively
problem.
plump. There you go.
Yeah.
Festively
I'm just
plump.
gonna say I adore your belly.
You look like Santa Claus on the
It's so cute.
Coca-Cola bottle.
Well, dude, there is.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
You're like good. It's
and
just
correct
good.
me if I'm wrong. There's
You have like that, like you have like a Hawaiian body.
Yeah.
and for
Yeah,
some
you
people that's
do.
attractive.
Yeah.
Like-
And fucking embrace it. But I totally get thinking about
Yeah,
it constantly. Like,
Still usually keep my shirt on.
Oh, I like to keep my beer gut under wraps, and then some days I'm just like, let's go.
yeah.
We're out.
And I'm getting one too now.
You are.
I
You're
never had
self-conscious.
this problem, dude. Because when I was younger, I was like, "Yo, you're way too skinny, right?" And then like, I don't know. I think after like 22, it's just like
You're like,
started
I never
going
had to give a
fucking
shit.
da-
I don't
yeah.
even know how to give a shit.
started fucking going downhill, dude. And now it's like summer's coming up, and I'm thinking about it too. I'm like, God, like what the fuck am I? Like I've never
Wanna
had
go to
Most of the
You know?
people that we're friends with and talk with have beer gut.
100%. Well, I mean, most of
mean-
the people in my general fucking circle. I mean, the people that don't, I never fucking got along with anyway.
There's
you
people.
know?
There's
I
people
don't.
that eat greens,
I
and
don't
then there's
drink
people
beer.
that chug beer like 5 nights a week,
And there's people that do
and
both.
that's just how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
those
don't
people
eat
have the
that.
worst shits.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Eat their
definitely.
greens
I've
and
done a
don't
lot
wanna
of
be there
drinking
with shit.
Yeah.
in my
Oh my
day.
God.
Fuck yeah.
But
And you know what? What's fucked up
that's
about
something
the
I've
whole
always
thing,
been
though?
self-conscious about,
Yeah.
like pooping.
I don't poop anywhere else but my house. But the fucked up thing about
Let's
drinking-
expand on that.
It's not-
I don't give a
What's
shit.
that fucking toilet
Actually, I
dysmorphia?
do.
No. What I'm saying is like the drinking will fucking help you overcome, your I don't want to say
Anxieties.
anxiety, but
Bathroom
like
anxieties.
no, but I'm
No,
saying
it is anxiety.
Anxieties in
Okay.
general, yeah.
All right, but then it's also hurting it as well.
Well, that's what it
you
does,
know?
though. It's like
It's
alcohol
fucked
is a
up.
downer, and then it also makes you extremely uninhibited. So it's like this perfect storm of just like you get the right amount of self-loathing, and with like the amount of cocktails you're in, you're fucked. Or you stop right before that, and you end up making like pretty much just as bad decisions, just not as earth-shattering. Like
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
go home with like a 4 by accident or something. Like I don't know. You press Uber like the share ride instead of the like regular one.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a comment, but it wasn't funny.
It doesn't have to be.
It
Doesn't- I
also
mean,
was half formulated and never finished, and now I've forgotten it entirely.
do you feel inadequate because of it? 'Cause we can segue right into the next segment.
I'm pretty inadequate because of it.
Let's talk about inadequacies real quick, because I think we all have them, and they're a big part of everyone's life, and everybody tries to keep them very, like everyone's very private about them. And I want to talk about how when we do feel inadequate, when someone calls us on our inadequacies, we tend to feel attacked and violated,
Yeah.
because that's like a private thing. So if someone knows about how inadequate you feel and then they go after it, it's
Like
kind of fucked up.
memes about dudes that can't grow beards.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
or-
Alex,
yeah.
I didn't realize it affected you that much. I wouldn't have posted.
No, but
It's all
there's
good. It's all good.
there's like that side of it that I feel like is a little bit more fucking cushiony, like the meme part of it. But like if someone like someone that you know attacks you about your inadequacy, that honestly probably says more about them than it says about you, because you know
You have to go for the weakest part.
go
to
for the
make a
weakest part.
statement.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Everyone's fucking hurting over something.
My
but-
mom would always tell me, like, if it's too easy, you shouldn't say it because you're
Yeah.
gonna get shit for it.
Exactly.
Like,
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But I think that's just like, it's a fucking low blow. But I think it also is very human. Just like, I feel fucking inadequate, so I'm gonna make you feel like shit, because it makes me not think, or like.
well, that comes
In a
a lot
roundabout
of that
way.
comes from insecurities in a lot of people. When someone's feeling really inadequate and insecure about themselves, they tend to lash out and try to bring people that have that actual thing that they want down, because they feel it's almost like they feel like they can inherit like their power. Like, let me absorb your power by taking it away. And I remember when I was younger, I was always very self-conscious because I got made fun of a lot in school. Like, to the point where like this one kid told everyone I wore a wig, and then they'd try to rip my hair off. Like,
What the fuck?
people would try to snatch my wig, but I wasn't wearing one, so my hair would just get pulled all day. So yeah, it was really fucked up.
You know what's crazy?
But-
same.
But
same
you know what?
thing.
And that
Yeah.
caused me to have a lot of insecurities too, because like, first of all, like, why do you think I have does my hair look like a wig? Like, what the fuck? So like, that caused me to be very insecure about not only my hair, but like a lot of things like that were related to my physical appearance. And I mean, I can't say I've never actually gotten to the point where I wanted to change how I looked. It was just always like, I just always wanted to be able to accept how I looked. So then once I got there, I was a much happier person, but it took a very long time and a whole lot of work, because you really got to get to know yourself on a very core level and be comfortable with who you are and what you do and what you stand for, and be able to like look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, that's a cool person. Like, I want to be that person's friend. Like, and I think that's the most important thing when it comes to any kind of self-image issues, is you have to look deeper than how you fucking look.
Yeah.
That's the first part of getting over it. It's like, once you can be secure in who you are as a person, you can change what you want to change.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that change on the inside first, you're never going to be happy with the outside not matching.
100%.
So,
Yeah, fucking kids are mean though. Like, a lot of, I feel like my insecurities and inadequacies were shaped in my formable middle school years. And kids fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
Kids suck. Girls are mean, guys are mean. It doesn't matter. But I think what you're saying though is the fucking how happiness is an inside job or whatever.
yeah.
You got to fucking clean house
Precisely.
inside first, and then. Then it's like you catch yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh God, okay. But at least I still feel okay inside. Like, it's just, I'm so sorry.
Ooh, so
It's
cute.
my mother.
Just trying to
Do
figure
you
out
want to answer?
how to
No, I'm
make
not gonna
things
She can
like,
call in.
No, dude.
oh snap! Our first
If it's-
first
if
call.
it's-
in.
First call in.
If it's
It's my
really
mother.
important,
He's fine. He's fine. He's
Nah,
with us.
Yeah, I think we could just wait. But yeah.
When do you guys feel the most inadequate?
Oh God.
Playing basketball
when I'm in the
with
shower.
my tall ass cousins. They're all tall. Everyone in my family is tall except for me.
I feel extremely inadequate right before I'm about to get naked
Yeah, same.
and have sex.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
I would agree
also
with that too.
I also feel inadequate like right after sex while I'm still naked. And pretty much anytime I'm naked, even though I like how I look now, I still feel extremely like self-conscious about it. It's like, I don't know, like I catch myself in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, I feel very good about it, but like also I feel like I still like just am always gonna be like ready to be let down, and then like it's like a pleasant surprise when I'm not. Like I'm always like, I don't know. Is that like something that happens to you guys? Like you're always anticipating something and it's like not as bad, but like you're used to it.
Well, I think that's just low expectations. If you keep them low, dude, you're never gonna get let down. If you keep like that's like, dude, I think every problem in life comes down to that. You get emotionally attached to this is gonna happen, this is gonna fucking happen, and it doesn't happen. I don't think everyone should live that way. I think you should hope and dream, but a lot of shit.
I have another time I feel really inadequate, and it's when I'm like at somebody, I'm at like a restaurant or something. I'm picking up food and I need to get sauce, or I need to get like forks or something. And I'm like going over and like doing it, but I'm like, this bag is gonna rip open. It's gonna fall everywhere. I'm gonna be I'm gonna like embarrass the restaurant. Like I don't know, like always, or like when I have to use soda machines. Yeah.
Blowing my nose in public.
Blowing my nose in public. I used to go to the bathroom. I used to go to the bathroom in school and do that because I was always afraid. That's so weird you said that.
I never had that.
You know the thing is, I can't help. It sounds like a trumpet every time.
It's
Okay,
loud.
but now Lex, this was shaped by you blowing your nose one day and someone going, "You sound like a fucking elephant," right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And you never forget that.
Yeah. Now I'm like, oh,
know what
damn.
you think?
I really want to blow my nose,
Where's that fucking
but
kid at, dude? Where's Jimmy at? Like, he's gonna, you know,
Did I just delete my notes for this whole segment?
there's no fucking way you did.
I'm right.
What, dude?
Hold on.
No
Okay,
way.
Give.
Give it to
my tech assistant.
Yeah, our
my
tech
new
assistant.
intern. Wow.
Our Goth Best Buy.
Anyway.
Our Goth Best Buy employee.
I feel really inadequate when I delete all my podcast notes.
Recently deleted.
Is it in
How
there?
the fuck did you?
I did it though.
didn't
I
even-
told you.
Sam, do you even have an Apple phone?
No.
You have a Samsung, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She works at Best Buy. She knows how to do everything. He works at Best Buy. Sorry.
I've literally had an iPhone for like.
That's awesome.
Sam
years.
saves the
And
day.
also-
That's awesome.
Sam. He's the
need to know.
best.
Bye.
Sam.
Honestly, dude,
the
it's just like
podcast.
I would say I probably feel inadequate, like what you were saying right before I'm about to take off. You know, well, I mean, right before I'm about to take off my clothes, which I feel is probably. Well, I'm just gonna speak for me, but yeah, alcohol helps.
Traumatic.
Drugs
It's traumatic for me.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know. I could feel inadequate at the workspace, at the job space. You know, I take a lot of that shit home, and it's just, you know, I need to just realize that it's not mine, dude. It's not mine, and I feel like I can pick up on a lot of different shit that probably most of it's in my head. You know, some form of neuroses, but
you ever like walked out of a restaurant or something because you felt like you looked around and like, man, look at all the people here. They're all fucking rich, and I'm here with like my last $20
No,
bill.
if I'm down to fucking eat, I'm down to eat. I'm not going anywhere.
well, dude, I work.
I'll shine your shoes for my dessert, sir. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I work at a restaurant, and it's a lot of rich people, and that in and of itself is like, I go up to like a table of all these rich parents, and like it literally is like you going up to like the cool kid table at the lunchroom,
Hey,
and you're just
guys.
like, you know, and they're like, oh, what are you doing here? It's like, well, first of all, this is my job. I need to take your order. People are, yeah.
What about inadequacies in your relationships? Do you guys ever feel like you fall short or you're lacking something that makes
Yeah.
you not good enough
I personally think that that's the reason why I can't get into one.
because you
Same.
don't have enough
I'm-
self-esteem? Or,
Anything.
I'm with
I
you on
don't
that,
know.
Sam.
There's something that keeps people from wanting to be with
do
me.
you not know what you want though in a person, or you know what you want in a person, you just can't find the right person?
It's more like every time I try, it gets rejected or I get led on until it
You're
sends me
rejected.
into a nervous breakdown.
But you ever feel like some of this could be a form of self-sabotage? Because I feel like it is for me a
No.
lot.
Because I've genuinely tried.
Well, I mean, I feel like if you're genuinely trying and people aren't perceptive to that, then maybe they have problems with them being authentic, not you being authentic.
It's just
A
that
lo-
it's like 90% of people.
It is a lot of people, and you know, a lot of people have fucking weird hang-ups about shit, and it's really hard. You know, we have such an honesty problem, especially with like our generation, for whatever reason, where we feel the need like to run and hide behind excuses and just like, let me postpone this and postpone it until they understand I don't want to hang out. Why can't you just be upfront?
Yeah.
You know,
Like
with a lot
that-
of people, there's
That
a lot
kid
of
from Halloween.
yeah, it's just you know, it's bullshit, and it's like people just have no problem wasting each other's time when it would all be so much simpler and so much easier and way less energy if someone was like, listen, I think you're a great person. I don't think we're a
Yes.
compatible match, but you
Yes.
like, you know, how many friends would you have if you could fucking like stop a relationship before you have sex with someone and say, hey, like, I'm not ready to fuck you, but I do want to get to know you a little bit better, and you know,
You'd have a lot more.
you'd have a lot less issues. You'd probably have a lot more friends too, because like if you could put the kibosh on that
Yeah.
and build a friendship, you can go anywhere from a friendship. But everybody wants to jump into relationships like it's like, you're my boyfriend, we're holding hands, and now Mike's my boyfriend. Like, that's not how it works. You know, you can't just like sit there and be friends with somebody for like 5 seconds and
A lot
then
of it
expect
is-
the world from them when they don't even know what they want or what their intentions with you were to begin with. And a lot of the time I feel like, especially for me, I get my hopes up on people, and I take people at their word because I'm a person of my word. So if I say I'm going to do something, I fucking do it. If I, you know, give you an expectation, I try to meet that expectation or succeed that expectation. And if I don't think I can do it, I flat out say, I can't do that, or I don't think I could do it, or I can help you the best I can. And that's the honest answer. But sometimes the best I can is still going to fall short, way short from what the expectation is. And that's not on me if I'm giving someone all the information and they're not taking it. So I think a lot of the times we have these filters that stop the necessary information. Like if you're asking someone to hang out time and time and time again, and they're just rescheduling on you, they don't respect your time.
Yeah.
They don't respect your time. They don't respect the other things you could be doing, the other people you could be hanging out with. They don't respect your life, period. Like, you know, and it's bullshit. But a lot of the times we end up like talking to someone and just talking to someone, even on the phone. Like, we're all so lonely that any connection is just like, I want to hold on to that. That's why we stay friends with shitty people for a long time.
Yeah.
That's why we stay friends with people that we really don't belong being friends with because
In
of
the first
tradition or friendship. Like, oh, I've known him since I was 3. Yeah, but he's been in jail 7 fucking times.
Yeah, I
and
have
he
a
raped
friend
his
like
mom. Like, maybe
Well, he didn't rape his mom, but
Maybe,
I know,
maybe
yeah.
you
it was
know?
pretty bad.
But it's like
Yeah.
shit like it's shit like
That's a
that.
deal
It's like,
breaker for me.
It's like, when does it become enough for you to say, okay, like, you know, I'm done with this person's bullshit and step away?
100%. But dude, a lot of that has to do with you. You're letting that
Yeah.
happen. It's not like you wake up and you're tied to a fucking bed and you're, all right, text this person now. Like,
But it's a habit, and I
it's a
don't
habit.
think a
It's
lot
a
of people are
pattern.
aware of
It's
it.
unhealthy as fuck. For
No,
sure.
it's hard to try to see the best in people, like
Yeah.
everyone, because it's like you want to look at everyone and just see the best in everyone, but then
Yes.
you're letting your guard down too,
Yes.
being so open.
There's an opposite of that, though. There is an opposite of you seeing the best in really shitty people. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
feel like I have that. I don't
I
want
do
to
it
speak
all
for
the
you,
time.
Alexa.
No,
I
but
do it all the
you
time.
have that as well.
I do it all the
Like,
time.
oh, well, he's an asshole, but he's our asshole.
I could overlook it,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's like a nurturing. I
mean,
guess we'll say a maternal.
Yeah, I mean,
kinda
for-
like love
for-
you no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like when I love someone, it's unconditional. So like you could fucking like do the worst shit, but like if you've been that solid person for me, like I'm not ever gonna turn my back on you. It's you get what
Yeah.
you give with me, and
And
I
you
think,
don't forget how that makes you feel either. And you
No,
like,
yeah.
it's like getting high for the first time.
Yeah,
Like, I
no,
want
and,
this
like,
again.
some people are like, you know, some people just you meet really quick and they're just so much more important to you than people you've known forever, and it becomes one of those things where that comes from just connection.
That's
you know?
how I feel about you guys.
That's how I feel about you, Tazy. And
That's how I feel about
Sam
you
and
guys.
Alex.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love you all. It's a love break.
Do any of you guys want to go on?
So, what situations do you guys feel like your inadequacies get magnified in?
We're gonna take some responses from our guests here.
Yeah, come
Uh,
talk to me
Veronica?
about
Veronica's
come talk to
coming
me
up.
about your inadequacies, Veronica. Let me know if you can hear yourself.
Yeah, I can hear myself great, actually.
All right.
Just get a little bit closer to the mic.
Sure. Hi, I'm Veronica.
Yes.
Hey, hey.
I'm a student
Come
at
on in.
BCC,
Listen.
Bergen Community
Someone.
College.
Oh.
And I'm actually
To go to the bathroom.
a psychology major, and one of the things I want to study is sex psychology.
Awesome.
So yeah, one of the things, I mean, a lot of people would say that my body is great and that like I don't have any, you know, I don't like my body at all, you know, and I think what was his name?
Mike.
Mike. What Mike was saying is that we all don't like our bodies. We all don't like what we have, you know.
There's a base level of self-hate, I feel like, for everybody.
Yeah,
we all want
we all hate ourselves to a degree.
we all want what we can't have, you know. And Instagram and Twitter and Facebook definitely prolongs that, and that shows in our generation and the newer generations coming up. So I think that's a big issue, and it's a great thing that we're sitting here and we're talking about it and we're addressing these issues.
It's definitely a discussion that, like, I feel like it hasn't been had in the way it needs to be had. People talk about it, but people won't talk about what affects them personally. And you never know. Like, for me, every time I try to share information, it comes from, like, almost like an NA standpoint where it's like, I don't know what my experience has to give to somebody else. But I can tell you that I've learned some things from what I've been through, and it's certainly given me tools to get to a place where I'm a lot more secure in myself and my self-worth and who I am. And it's just very important that, you know, people know that there's, if they aren't feeling good about it, they can get to a place where they can actually start doing the work and find the help and really go in a positive direction instead of kind of just standing around going like, I don't feel good about myself.
Yeah,
and not knowing what to
self-loathing
do.
all the time, brooding.
Yeah. It's like you could do just as much work, but instead
takes
do
work,
it in
it
a
takes
positive
effort.
way. Like, you know, it takes just as long to be negative as it does to be positive. It just takes longer to get over that.
And I think also looking for the help as well and asking for the help.
Yeah.
We all have to remember that we're all in this together. Like, we're all experiencing life. We all feel the same. Like, we all have these instincts and these primal instincts that make us feel horrible sometimes. And if we're not sharing that with others, and if we're not sharing our own experiences and listening to others and listening and learning from others' experiences, how are we going to grow as people? How are we going to, you know, grow inside and outside? And when we start to allow ourselves to be open and honest with other people, like you were talking about, honesty, it's a huge thing. It's like just
It's
sit down.
the biggest thing.
Yeah, just sit down and just be open. Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be like, okay, I don't like that. And then that's it. Then
Yeah.
you know, you're like, okay, I don't like that either. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
So,
And then you can move on.
yeah. So how do your inadequacies affect your self-worth and your self-esteem in extreme ways, guys? Like, do you have like tics or any kind of things you do to find like relief in those issues? You know, I mean,
I get high all the time.
I don't
I
get high because I
smoke
don't
a
feel
lot
good
of
about
weed.
myself. I get high because
Mostly for anxiety.
my body's in pain. But yeah, for anxiety too.
But these
I
anxieties come from like
smoke.
all these different places. You know, like if I'm in a room and it's like too many people there, anxiety. You know, if I'm at the shopping center, there's a long ass line, anxiety.
It's like I'm a control freak, so every single moment of my life is not it's like, you know, it's funny because like I work a lot, but like my work leads me to really fun places. Like I consider this work. Like the bar, like, and then, you know, my other job where I take care of like an old lady, but like my whole life is just about planning and stress and planning and stress. So I find when I'm having those extreme issues, and I've done this maybe like it's always been like a pile on like a really long time, and then it's just like I've dealt with self-harm for a very long time, probably since I was about 16, 17 years old was the first time I cut myself. And for that, it was just such a sense of like cathartic. Oh, we have a caller.
We have a caller.
Let's answer our caller.
Our first caller.
Our first caller is calling in. Is your mom calling in, Tice? Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, caller. Who is this? And where are you calling from?
God. My name is Brian Pena.
Hi, Brian. Oh, Brian's one of our local artists that we love at the
love
Clash
Brian.
Bar.
That's nice.
Amazing artist.
So nice.
Yeah, Brian, plug your stuff before you start.
Yeah, why not? I play acoustic guitar and I sing. I am a singer-songwriter in the scene.
Instagram?
And you can find everything at Instagram, which is Roses, Tigers, Knives, all together.
Follow him
No
on
spaces.
Instagram. He's the best. I love Brian.
Nice.
So, Brian, right now
Yeah,
we're
but-
talking about self-harm and self-esteem issues and how it affects you in extreme ways. Like, do you have anything to add?
Oh my God, big time.
All right. Are we lovely?
Especially lately, because so here's the thing, right? With me in particular, it's like weird because for ages I was like ugly, like, and by that I mean like not just with my own self-image, but like I've been told it like throughout high school and stuff.
That's jealous people, Brian.
There's
And
people hurting you. trying
and
to
like
bring you down.
yeah, as a guy, like, you know, I was also really small. Like I think I like maxed out in high school at like 110 or something.
Wow, Brian, that's
And
really
so,
small.
yeah, I was tiny.
Okay.
Like, how do I put this? I never met the standard of being, like, attractive ever before up until literally, like, 3 years ago.
I think you're a very handsome man now, but you have a very great personality too. So I feel like if people were making fun of you, it's probably because they realized you had something very special to share.
That's sweet.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's how I made up for it, too. Like, I was funny, and I would try, but, like, I was, nevertheless, like, I would always end up being, like, how do I put this? Like, the joke date person, like, oh, yeah, well, what if you dated Brian? You know what I'm saying? And, like,
A she's all
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You were a
yeah.
she's all that.
Mm-hmm.
And
And,
now look at you.
Well, like I know I've gotten better, but that's the weird thing about dysmorphia and things like that is like your brain doesn't change that because it's so used to that abuse and that perception for so long.
Yeah.
That it's still gonna be like that even after you improve. So like, I started working out a lot like 3 years ago, like just a ton, just because I fucking hated how skinny I was. So I tried to focus on that.
Did you feel better
And,
when
like,
you did that?
No, that's the irony. Like I got up to, I think I was at, my body weight at the time when I started working out was like 120. And I got up to 148 almost entirely on like muscle and fat.
Did you weigh yourself a lot while you were going through this transition?
Did I what a lot?
Were you like weighing yourself a lot and watching what you eat too while you were doing this? So it was like,
Yeah,
was this
yeah,
almost
big
like a eating disorder, but like in a kind of positive eating disorder way?
It actually is an eating disorder.
Right?
It's called exercise anorexia. But also, or it's called anorexia exercise. I had it where I still ate. I would eat severely under what my calories, like I was eating very little calories. And I would exercise for at least an hour a day. And that would include a like quarter-mile run every day.
Wow.
Because I was so obsessed with this was losing weight. To the point where it developed into bulimia.
Brian, can I ask you, when you were going through all this, were you with somebody or were you single?
At the time of the weight gain?
Yeah.
I was single, but like I had just gotten out of like a deep friendship where I was upset that the person had friend zoned me at the time. And at the time I was that kind of guy that perceived things like that.
Yeah.
So I was really motivated by that treatment to like gain weight instead, because I knew part of it was that physically I felt like I couldn't, I guess like I couldn't be someone's like boyfriend or be seen like that. Just because
did you not feel worthy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a genuine sense, like that was the difference. It wasn't like my confidence or something. It was just that I was like a small boy. And so like girls would never like me basically.
Girls love small boys.
By no coincidence, once I gained weight, it didn't really change anything because I still wasn't like confident or smart.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter at the end of the day.
Because you come off as a very confident person, especially when you're on stage and in like groups of friends. And do you find yourself feeling inadequate in social situations, or do you find yourself, more comfortable in them because do you feel that you're when you're on stage you have a persona, or is is that separated from who you are as a person in a way?
Yeah, and I think one thing that I think is really important, especially because of like what you said, like everything I do is just there's a level of confidence and like a certain like exuberance that I think really misleads people into thinking that I'm like never anxious or something, which I totally get it, but I don't know how to put it. That's what people are actually seeing is kind of like
a shell.
I'm trying to figure out how to put it. Like the confidence is like an exercise. Like,
are you faking it till you make it, Brian?
Well, no.
Because that's what I do.
Like basically, the more anxious I feel, the more confident I will try to make myself. And that isn't a compensation. It's just a genuine reaction to the anxiety. So like anytime you see me being more confident, at some point there was like a direct opposite that had happened.
You're wearing it like a cloak almost.
Okay.
Yeah, like
it's kind of like you're seeing the push up from the floor rather than the part where I'm on the floor during the push up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think is your most handy tool towards working in a positive direction towards your self-esteem and your confidence? Like how do you build that? How do you build that up personally?
It's music, 100%, man. Everything is just music. That's why I started doing it so much more, especially as soon as my life got like more and more like stressful, not necessarily harder, but just like more responsibilities.
Yeah.
I started just becoming more concentrated as an artist, because any time that I would stumble in things like at work or like in relationships or just anything like that, I would go back songwrite and be amazed at how I'm still capable of improving and like expressing myself, even though I felt really inadequate in other places. So It's always been music for me that's been there.
It's almost like journaling for you.
Big time, actually.
Like I use
to
journaling,
journal, but I don't.
I've always used journaling because I feel like it's a great way to see a physical manifestation of how much energy you're putting into things.
Yeah.
And then when you read it back, sometimes, like, there's been times where I've like read my journals back. I'm like, who is this person? Like, holy shit! Like, I was going through it, man. Like, you know, like it's kind of cathartic to go back and see, like, wow, I've spent this much time like talking over a boy who still doesn't give a shit over me. Like, I should probably move on, you know?
Yeah. No, that's true, and that's why journaling is super important. I don't keep up with it like I should.
Well, you do crazy performances. He did how many different videos did you do before that show?
Oh, God.
That was amazing.
I was so fucking stressed.
Brian did a series of videos.
Covers.
Right before we had a show. He did, I think it was like 18.
19.
19. It was 19. 19 different videos.
Covers,
one a day.
Yeah, each cover got a video, one a day.
Good.
Sometimes
So
I would shoot 2 videos in one day just to make time, but let me tell you, that shit was like, it was both stressful, but it was so much fun too, and like I got so much better at the guitar in such a short amount of time.
It was cool too because you really saw them evolve. It kind of told a story a little bit the way you did it. It was so well done. Like, just good job.
Thanks, that's nice. Yeah, because like when I was starting to get into it, I'm like, why? I realized at some point that it was about to be just like 19 videos of me on the bed. And it's like I can't do that. Like it's gotta put some thought into it. And then started challenging how I looked at things visually, and it was just a really exciting time.
No, you could definitely see it evolve through your work. It was really, really good to watch.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And the live show is, I mean, if you ever have a chance to see Brian Pina live, I highly recommend it. It's quite the spectacle.
That's nice. I'm actually playing in Jersey City on the 18th.
Well, where? Tell everyone to go see him.
This place called Fox and Crow for the songwriter showcase called the Spaghetti Sessions Songwriter Showcase. The Spaghetti Sessions is also a really cool thing that happens in Jersey City, where a lot of songwriters get together and meet, and from that comes this show, so I'm going to be a part of it, doing 3 songs. The place is called Fox and Crow Bar. I don't recall the actual.
That sounds pretty cool.
Location.
Alexa, where's the Fox and Crow Bar in Jersey City?
Wow, that's fast.
I found a Fox and Crow in Jersey City. It is 20.8 miles away on Palisade Avenue in Jersey City.
Everyone go
It is
check Brian
currently
Pina
closed.
out.
It will be open from April 1st, 2019 at 5 p.m. to April 2nd, 2019 at 12 a.m.
Wow.
Do you want directions
Thanks,
there?
hon.
No, thank you, Alexa.
Thanks, Alexa.
She just keeps
nice.
talking. She overshares. Like someone else I know.
Alexa doesn't like silence.
Never. So Brian, what's your long-term goal towards your confidence and self-esteem?
Ooh.
That's a Barbara Walters question. You could take a second to formulate.
That's a big one. Yeah, I don't think I've actually ever thought about that, even in the times when I'm on my own, just thinking that shit. I would say my long-term goal is to make it pretty self-sustainable and know what does that, which I've learned to some extent, like what routines I need to go through so that I don't have to, like I don't crash so hard all the time.
You have
that's the
parachutes.
thing, man, huh?
You have parachutes to catch you.
Right, and that's the thing too. Like, I will be the first to say this. Like, everyone knows social media is like bullshit. And my shit is like so colorful and bright, and like it makes me sad to think that people really think that I don't have, confidence issues or that I don't crash super hard. It's just that people don't really. So like, why would I broadcast that? Really, obviously.
Yeah.
Instead, I songwrite that, but. Yeah, like it's being able to identify like, okay, I don't feel good right now, and what in the past has worked to fix that, and I've gotten a lot better at that. But ultimately, if you've gone through abuse long enough and your brain is used to perceiving the world a certain way, it kind of doesn't go away like that. Instead, you just learn how to manage it better. So I think the goal is more to just know that I know the tools now, at least in my my stage of my life right now, I happen to know what the tools are, which is like playing music and being able to talk to friends and having a therapist and like sleep and like eating properly. Those for me are like the 4 things that usually keep me going. And
What is that?
as far as the long term is concerned, it's just always keeping in mind that like it'll get better given a few days, even after something like awful happens or like some kind of terrible rejection happens.
Yeah, that's great advice. And reaching out right in the moment when you are feeling like really horrible about things, you know. Sometimes you just need a hug from your friend, man. It sounds so lame, but like, flat out, I'll be having a bad day and someone just comes over and hugs me and they're like, "What's up?" And I'm like, you know what? Not as much as I thought.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
true.
that's really all that it's about. Like that's what last week I felt like complete and utter shit. Like I felt super dark.
Because Mercury was in Gatorade, dude. We're coming out of it.
Apparently, Mercury was in lemonade, and it was a whole thing.
Oreos were in lemonade.
Mario was in
That's
lemonade.
right. Yeah, Waluigi was an orangeade, and it was huge. And so Friday, Saturday, Sunday was just for me dedicated to hanging out with people and specifically having like hangouts that like I didn't have to stress about. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
like sometimes you have new friends, so you don't want to make
Carefree
a bad impression. Or
situations.
That's right. Little brunch with your buddies.
Yeah, we brunch buddy.
yeah,
I wish.
We always try to brunch buddy. You
That's why I was trying to
gotta
brunch
come to brunch buddy. We're gonna do it.
did it happen yesterday?
Sunday happened at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Every Sunday.
Honestly, yeah.
It didn't happen as a brunch. It happened as lunch, but it was
really nice.
But it was lovely just the same.
That's nice.
My dog threw up
Yeah,
on
I'm
my bed.
definitely joining you.
My dog ate a bunch of weed and then threw up on my bed.
Oh,
That really happened. I forgot about
perfect.
that.
I didn't. I had to clean my bed. We were doing brunch at someone else's house next week. I'm done with the shit.
Could you imagine? Thanks for inviting me over. So now I'm just gonna vomit.
Now you just come over whenever you want, Brian. We'll send you the. We'll send you the. We'll send
Can
you
I
the
have-
deets.
Can I
Without
have a spot to
vomit.
throw up in?
You can have a key. You can pick it. Yeah, you can have a designated puke spot.
Thank you.
In the
You're
backyard.
welcome.
That's really
Know that you're always welcome.
to puke anywhere you'd like in Clash Bar.
No.
No.
You have a spot.
Let me tell you, Sam, cover your ears so you don't throw up, because I know this is going to trigger you.
Oh.
She's gonna get triggered right now, but he's gonna get triggered right now. He's gonna get triggered so hard. So on Friday night, I'm working at Clash Bar. I'm cleaning up. We ended the show at like 11:30. It was spectacular. I'm like, I get to go home early. Blessed night. I'm cleaning up the room, and I pick up a cup, and I'm like, why is this warm? And it literally has hot throw up in it. And then I like look at the floor, and I could see the spot where it happened, where like someone was like, oh, I'm gonna throw up in my cup, and there was just like a little bit fell out.
What the
Oh, it was disgusting. But yeah, that's the
gross.
throw up story.
And they just put it right back
I've been
down
dealing with
like
a
it
lot of
never
throw up
happened.
now that Oreos are in Gatorade.
All right.
Lot
I
of
still forgive you.
Sorry.
No, it's
Sorry.
I'm so sorry,
Don't throw up
Lisa.
in here.
That's fucked up.
I never throw up. I just gag a lot.
Yeah, I do too, but
I know what you mean.
Mostly
There's-
because I can just like. It's almost like when you're describing it, I can start to taste it.
I can smell it on
Oh, wow.
site.
Just smell it.
I could smell it all over again. It's all coming back to me now.
Oh my God. What happened to the bathroom at that point? Or like outside?
Dude, these girls were doing tequila shots. This guy like paid for, like, this is how I know. I knew exactly what happened. I was like CSI. I was like fucking John Grisham. I saw this guy came in. There's like girls way hotter than him. He pays for everyone. I'm like, oh, word. And then he was like a Post Malone guy. You could tell. Like, you could tell.
Post Malone.
He was like a Post Malone. Like, they were with him for
I like that.
his money. And like, they walk in, he's buying them fucking tequila shots. They're slamming tequila shots. And this was like an acoustic night. So,
Oh, another call.
Brian, would you mind disconnecting
Yeah.
with us so we could get our next
Thank you
caller?
so much for calling us,
Brian,
Brian.
we love you, and you have to
Please,
come on
thank
next
you for
time.
having me.
All right, we'll see you soon. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Is this the Triple X penetration
This
hotline?
is Triple X
Yes, it is.
penetration
The
hotline.
hotline?
Well,
What's your
then
name
no,
and where are
I've
you
come to
calling
the
from?
right place. I'm calling from my house.
Oh.
Ooh, and
I'm
where?
in town.
And where
how
is that?
cryptic.
What's your address?
We just want to talk.
We just want to.
Listen to where I live.
Who is this?
Who is it?
So,
Who?
it's Dom.
Dom.
Oh my God.
Dom, why isn't your pretty boy ass here?
What?
Why isn't
Why
your pretty
aren't you
boy
here?
ass here?
You should grace us
I
with
was
your
about to-
presence.
Mike wanted me to call. I'm getting in the shower, and I was gonna come over, see you for the
Ooh.
power half
So what you're
hour.
saying is
Oh,
you
you're
just
gonna
get
power
out the
half-
shower?
So he's
So
gonna
wait.
shower with us while he's on the. Dom, what do you feel inadequate about?
What do I feel inadequate about?
Yeah, while you're naked, while you're looking.
One of my teeth because I smoke a lot, but
You have
quite
nice.
frankly, guys,
You
I'm
have a
pretty
nice
hot.
smile.
All right. Dom, does being so attractive ever hurt your feelings because people don't think you're smart?
Well, I know I'm smart, so I don't worry about what other people think.
That's
It's
right.
nosy when
I know.
other people look at me and only want to fuck me.
I know, but does that ever affect you in a negative way where like it bothers your self-esteem that people just want to fuck you and they don't care how you look?
Or
Or they don't care
sure.
because of how you look?
Sure, but when I was in college, I learned pretty quickly to just kind of embrace that.
He's
Interesting.
like he embraced his sexy,
Do you have good self-esteem or bad self-esteem,
his
Dom?
mojo.
What'd you say?
I said, do you have good or bad self-esteem?
Depends on the day.
Valid answer.
Depends on the hour. Depends on how intoxicated I am.
Understandable.
Do you ever feel inadequate in social situations, Dom? Or
Well, I
what's
think I'm like socially inept a lot of the times. It actually takes a lot of social, like still a lot of mental power to kind of like navigate social situations.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten pretty good at it. But that's mainly because my older sister's terrible at it. So I just always had to like fill the gaps.
Did the opposite.
What?
Did the opposite of what your sister was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Dom, what makes you feel validated as a human being?
A nice duck breast.
A duck breast.
Pokemon.
What's a duck breast?
He's talking about
Oh,
eating.
Pokemon. Oh,
Oh, you mean
you
like
ever had a duck? Yeah.
oh
Seared?
from like Chinatown or something?
Seared.
Man. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty
Do
good.
you like it like,
I like that.
medium well?
Le quack.
I like it medium. I don't really like anything medium well. I think you kind of start destroying the meat
Duck's
at that point.
duck's one of the only poultry items you can eat medium well.
Oh,
Medium
I like
well.
everything well done.
Rare.
Yeah, that's true. Why do you like it with ketchup too?
Ew.
Dom, while you're on the phone, we're gonna do our boner jams for this week, but it's period tracks. So songs that could be
Oh,
about
okay.
your period. Mine's Raining Blood. You can't take that one.
Vampires Can Never Hurt You by My Chemical Romance. or
Oh.
Blood by My Chemical Romance.
So
So-
you're just making jokes about songs with blood in it?
Songs about getting your period.
I don't really, I never really had to relate to that much in my youth.
In your
Like if
youth.
you had to make your girlfriend a period playlist, what would be on it?
Well, definitely I've Been Thinking by Handsome Boy Modeling School.
Okay. That's a K-pop, right?
It's Japanese.
No, that's a great song.
That's a J-pop.
It's really
Is it
good
called
song.
J-pop if it's from?
It's J-pop.
Look, I was
J-pop,
right.
If you
C-pop,
call
and
J-pop,
K-pop.
K-pop, you're offending somebody.
Late 90s hip hop, kind of. It's like a really sexy track.
I like "Come My Lady" by what's that song? What's that band?
Crazy Town.
Crazy Town.
Wait,
You know, it's "Come My
Butterfly,
Lady."
Butterfly.
My Lady.
can we play Handsome Boy Modeling School?
We could probably play a couple seconds before we get sued.
Yeah,
So,
You
sure.
know what?
The
No.
song.
What
I'm
was
gonna
that?
shower and I'll see you all in like a half hour, okay?
All right,
We'll see you
cool. Have
soon.
fun washing your butt.
I will. Gotta be clean.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, this dude's fucking messaging me right now.
Is he?
Yeah, tripping. I'm feeling inadequate about my housing situation.
Same.
It's too real, too real.
I say no. I have some real self-esteem issues right now. Yeah. So, anyway, guys, who has good self-worth here?
I don't
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't hate myself.
I think you might be the only one.
I don't hate myself. I feel like I know my self-worth. I feel like I don't always follow that.
Like, yes, I know, but also like right now, for instance, I literally had an anxiety attack for like 10 minutes.
I was watching you going with your little ticks.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I have chocolate.
Want to talk about it? Need to take a break?
No. I'm good. No, I was just thinking. I think I got lost in my head.
I'm pretty sure my roommate's trying to like call me out on air right now.
Yes, well.
I don't.
I was turning it off to try to. Oh, it's not gonna work that way. Samsung works like that.
Yeah. So.
Eh.
No.
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, no. He's like, put me on. It's like, no. No. Like, no. Anyway.
But.
Anyone here ever got stood up on a date?
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh my God.
I want to hear these stories.
Go first.
All right. So I met this guy at work. He was a customer, and we just like immediately clicked. And I was like, I'm gonna be really, really like bold. Hey, can I have your number? And he was like, I was trying to figure out how to ask you, but I also couldn't tell if you were like 16. And I'm like, I have like 12 tattoos.
Fair enough.
But
you could be a runaway. Who knows? She didn't know your situation.
Working in Rockaway, New Jersey. Yes.
Yeah. I'm a runaway.
But no. So we talked a little bit, and then Friday the 13th. It was October. So Friday the 13th-ish, we went on a date. We went and got a drink, and then we went to a haunted house, and then we made out in a graveyard. Easily one of the best dates I've ever been on.
Sounds so romantic.
It was so romantic. But so we were talking, and like we met up a couple times, and we'd kiss and stuff. And then Halloween came, and I had already asked for off. Like I was like, hey, you've canceled on me 3 times. The first one, he like stood me up, and I was like, okay. And then he like would message me, and then he was like, oh, my phone, like I needed to get a new phone or whatever. I was like, okay. The first time he was in the emergency room for someone, I think it was a couple years ago, but he whatchamacallit? Oh, I was trying to figure out where the music came from.
Down the block.
Long story short, he like gave me bullshit excuses, and my mom was like, you should probably stop talking to him. And I was like, I'm gonna give him one more chance, because he apologized. Like I literally went to his house, and I was like, I need to talk to you. Like
I have to talk to you about you being a dick.
No, I need to be like, hey, I need an apology. So, and he lived like right by work.
Okay. How do you receive that?
He like apologized, and we made plans. The next day was Halloween, so I was like, once you take your sister like trick-or-treating or whatever, just like call me. I'll be waiting and ready, like whatever. He was like, yeah, I'll pick you up and we'll go somewhere. I was like, okay. This is the first time no one's actually asked me to drive somewhere, so I was like
excited.
Yay, finally.
I love not having to drive.
Gas money.
It's like he loves me. He doesn't want me to drive.
Yeah. So the night comes, and he texts me once, and he's like, I'm just now taking my little sister trick-or-treating. I'm like, okay, have fun. Text me when you're done. He's like, okay. And then like the time, like an hour before he said he was gonna pick me up, I texted him my address, and I was like, okay. And he said leaving now, and I was like, okay. I waited for 3 hours outside in October. I called him 3 times and texted him, and he never picked up, and he never showed up.
I had one of those happen.
And then he butt dialed me 2 weeks later, but he never talked to me
So you
again.
know he wasn't in jail.
Oh, so also he said like, oh yeah, I just like moved here, whatever. He had been in jail for 3 years.
Yeah, he just moved out of jail
for a it was like he was in a he said he was in the wrong place at the wrong time for like possession of like, I don't know.
He wasn't 10 minutes in the future after it was all gone.
Yeah.
Duh.
But yeah, that was one of the worst. And then that kid from last Halloween, just, it's my favorite holiday, but
maybe you should just take it solo and do it with your friends. I'm detecting a pattern right now.
Yeah.
I had one of those situations over some like this kid. We were pretty much dating, except for I was embarrassed and I didn't want him to meet my parents because he was dumb. But he he was like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm coming to get you. And then he never showed up.
Yep.
And I'm like there feeling like shit. I'm like, I'm going to just drink this entire bottle of wine, I guess, by myself. So I did that. Felt really bad about myself. And then the next like whole week, I was like, way to go. Like, that was really fucking cool. Like, whatever. And he just didn't answer me back. And then 2 weeks later, he like hit me up. He was like, yo, I got a DUI that night. But I had warrants, so I got locked up. And
Good fucking job.
So that's why I didn't come. But really at the same time, it's like probably not somebody I should have really been with anyway.
Oh, I never got closure on that. I still don't know why.
Do you guys ever feel like extremely like rejected or judged by someone you've just met?
Yes.
Let's expand
always.
on this.
All the time.
Fucking always.
Like someone you're like trying to date, or like you meet someone like even on a first date. I've had this happen where I'm on a first date and someone's like already trying to change me. I'm like, I didn't talk to members of my own family for years because of like saying stupid shit about like my weight or like my hair or something dumb. Like, you think you matter to me that much?
I have things to say.
Tell me things.
About that. No, I started it.
Oh.
I started it on a Saturday.
Yeah, you were really mad.
I'm still really mad.
Well,
basically, if any...
See, like, here... Should we explain? Let's explain the situation.
Let's just give a gist. Is he gonna be watching this?
Probably. But that's not nice, Sam. She put it back. Just note she put it back. Okay. He put it back. Sorry. Still getting used to it.
I know it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting.
I just you know, you're so pretty. I forget.
Kimberly Marine, if you're listening, which you're probably not, but Kimberly Marine, that one time in 12th grade,
Band camp.
what happened? You know, I was a 12th grader and I had just gotten tickets to go see this movie, and you never showed up. I had to go by myself.
You bought the fucking tickets? Do you have to go twice?
They were free. They were free tickets.
Well, it doesn't matter. Still the same. He could have he could have taken like his grandma or something.
Someone better.
Someone that was worth it.
If you told me you would meet me at the theater, my father dropped me off.
Oh.
My biggest fucking piece of advice to anybody is if you're going through anything rough with a partner, go fucking spend some time with your grandparents because they could actually really use your attention.
I can't.
And by
go
the
to
way,
the elderly home. There's plenty of grandparents there.
They'll adopt me.
That's what I used to do.
It's just because they live so far away.
Oh, well, call your grandma. Everybody, take some time after this show and call your fucking grandma. She needs you.
She loves you.
Your grandpa, he wants to hear about what's going on in your life. They like you. And if they don't like you, then call them anyway and hang up. Either way, call your grandparents.
Call me. I'll be your grandpa.
But all right, so the gist on this story, I'm like kind of uncomfortable talking about.
I'm sorry.
We're still going. No, it's okay.
I didn't mean to.
It needs to be addressed. Okay. So essentially, what happened was I met this guy. I really like him. He's cool. We get along really well, but he's very protective, and he'd seen some of my podcasts and some of my stand-up and doesn't think it's completely appropriate, the things I talk about openly, and he thinks that it affects the people I love and that they're just too nice to tell me anything about it. So he was pretty much talking about how he thinks some of the subjects I talk about are embarrassing, or how I make myself look bad for cheap jokes, but they're not cheap. I actually pay for them myself.
So. That's like him being embarrassed, though.
So I mean, to me, and here's the thing is, like, I really like him. I would like for things to work, but like, I'm not really down to change things that are like long-term goals. Like, this has been a long-term goal for a long time. Not even just like broadcasting, just being able to have my whole story eventually all aired out, so I don't have to like really live with any of the things I've done.
So that
to be honest, it's like passing along the pain to everybody else.
Take
you know,
them bones out of the closet.
You ever see 13 Reasons Why?
Yeah,
this is like my 13 reasons why. Except for like, I'm not gonna kill myself because I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm just gonna pull everybody out of the, you know. So anyway, so this happened, and he was saying like, oh well, you know, what about if your kids see this one day? And like,
what if?
I've thought about it. I thought about it before I fucking had, like, I had family fly in from Minnesota and do a stand-up routine in front of them, and I was about to change my whole thing, and I was very nervous about it. My aunt's like, dude, tell your dick jokes. We've known you forever. We know your character. We know who you are. Like, you have nothing to worry about. And it's like, you know, I was like, you know, like, but do I really want my uncle hearing like stories about me getting fucked? And it's like, my uncle laughed. You know, he thought they were funny. He's like, you know, honestly, like, are you my niece? Do I like it? Like, I think you're hilarious. He's like, I would pay to go see you if you weren't my niece. He's like, it's not really a factor for us, because I was very nervous about it. And I confronted, my thing is like, if I'm scared of something, I confront it head on. Except for heights. I won't fucking do that. I'm not doing that shit. Like, but everything else, like, if I'm afraid of a situation with a person, I always find the best way to deal with it is head on. And that's just the way I approach things. So like with this show, being an issue, it's something I'm so proud of. So it's a non-issue. And then, so we had a very big argument about it. This went on for a very long time. And I like ended up hanging out with him yesterday, and he apologized for saying what he said. But I think, you know, I didn't change his mind on anything. I think he just realizes I'm not changing on this. This is not really negotiable to me. Like, I've always wanted to go in a more serious direction. That's pretty much what we're doing now. That's what my intent was this whole time, you know. We sit here, we talk about dicks, we talk about fun stories, but like, my intention was always to help people. And with my stand-up comedy, it's always been to help people, like mainly girls in the same positions I've been in, where it's like, we got this fucking level of shame attached to us because of shit guys have done to us and the way guys have made us feel, or, you know, just people in general. Like, I guess it doesn't even matter. Like, just relationships. Like, I always have talked about relationships and the issues inside them. Like, if you look at any of my stand-up routines, they're mostly about trust and honesty. Like how this show is about trust and honesty, and just being able to be authentic about myself and the things I've been through. Am I necessarily proud of everything I've been through? No, but has it made it so I have a platform to maybe go and like help other people so they don't have to feel like such shit about themselves? I think so. Yeah, well, thanks, Marv. I needed that. But anyway, so I mean, honestly, like, I'd like things to work out. He's a good dude, and I think he genuinely was coming from a very sincere place of caring and trying to protect me. But you've only known me for a week. You haven't walked around in my life. You don't know the people I walk around in my life with. And I got nothing but good people around me right now, you know? Like, and when I don't, I weed them out and they're gone. Like, you know? So I just think subjects like that, where you have a partner who doesn't approve of who you are, or you feel inadequate because of who you're with, and they don't approve of certain parts of your life, whether it be your parents or friends or like, you know, anybody. It significantly affects like the rest of the relationship, and the way you see yourself and the way you present yourself in the world affects every single relationship you're going to be in. So
one of the things that he said, that love is about compromise. I've been thinking about that. It's not. It's about two people or multiple people. Actually, it could be more than two.
In a polyamorous relationship. Yeah.
It's about people who genuinely feel something for you and love you for you, and like, yeah, they don't have to agree with everything you do, but you still live together. It's less about compromise and more about appreciating the other person and what they've been through, because like, you are both from different walks of life.
Exactly. And
the things that he's experienced are not even close to the things
it's like,
that
neither of us have to be bad or good or right or wrong. We're both just different, you know? We're different. We have different upbringings. We have different family dynamics. Like, my family, like, growing up, it was like, anytime you ever got in trouble for anything, all it had to do was be funny and you weren't punished.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you just got suspended from school because you fucking, like...
Yeah, I grew up in a Puerto Rican household where you fuck up, you're getting your ass kicked, you know, by, like, your uncles, your aunts. Yeah. Grandma slapped me one time with a machete. I'm not even kidding. Just the flat side, of course. But, yeah, the shit hurt. Spanish people, you already know.
Yeah, but, like, that's the thing is, like, you know, everyone's family dynamic. Like, I just felt, like, so fucking attacked because, like... He was like, oh, like, you're going to work in a bar forever. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, not for anything, but my mom was a bartender. Like, whenever she had like another job aside from babysitting, she was a bartender. And like, I don't know, I felt very almost like personally attacked just because it's like, you know, like it was good enough for my mom to fucking raise 3 kids on, you know. It's a job. A job's a job, like, you know. And like, especially the bar I work at, like it's so low key most of the time. Like it's very rare that we have issues or problems. Like I don't see I put myself in harm's way. I work my ass off at my other job, you know, like really, like you can't, unless you're gonna fucking flip the bill and give me money, like you can't complain about where I work or what I do or who I associate with. Even at that point, like I would never ever be with a person that like was like, you can't be friends with them. Like that's my fucking decision to make. You could try, but like you're gonna go way faster than that other person. I guarantee it. I don't like being cornered or pushed into situations.
I think sometimes in a relationship, I mean, I know personally in my relationship, things that maybe my partner does makes me uncomfortable, or like sometimes people that he sees make me uncomfortable. So I think that statement that, you know, where you I understand where you shouldn't say that you can't hang out with that person. It's more of being open and being like, hey, this, when you hang out with this person, it makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel inadequate.
Yeah.
That's the healthy way to deal with things.
Yeah, it is.
It's the adult way to deal with
Yeah,
things.
but sometimes we have to remember that some people are more sensitive or more susceptible to things.
I say that all the time. I am very I'm extremely sensitive.
Yeah, me too. I cry at everything.
I'm a very big crybaby.
Yeah.
Same.
Mike knows. Mike sees me cry all the time. I'm like, Mike, I'm sad about this.
It's sometimes hard to remember that, where you're wrapped up in your own feelings and you're like, this is, you know, you can't do that. And it's like, you know, and then sometimes as the receiving person, you have to remember, okay, well, maybe they're feeling insecure about themselves because of this person. Let me see why, instead of getting mad and being like, people get mad. People are like, you can't tell me what to do, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm when he was saying all this, it's like I was open to hearing it, because it's not like I haven't thought things like this before. You know, this is it's not like putting yourself out there the way I put myself out there is not fucking for everybody. It's not. But I feel like from a very young age, I've been very exposed because of a lot of things that have happened in my past, you know. Like when I was younger, getting my nudes leaked. Like I was exposed from fucking like, you know, 17, 18 years old to this kind of ridicule and shit. So it doesn't really affect me on oh, like you're a fat pig kind of, like I don't really give a shit about what other people say at this point. But it bothers me that like I never thought like, hey, like, because he was like, oh, like, well, don't you think your friends and family like don't want to hear you talk that way about yourself? And I was like, you know what? I never even fucking thought of it, because like nobody's ever brought it to my attention. No one has ever said it. And any kind of, you know, I've never gotten pushback on me wanting to do things like talk about, like do stand up, or, you know, talk about like the things I talk about, like not joking of abortion, but like talking about abortion, talking about talking about sex, like sucking dick, like losing my virginity. Like I never had to, my parents never made me feel ashamed about those things. You know, it was, we joked. We would always joke in my house. Like me and my brothers, like always used to like roughhouse and shit. And like, we'd be fully clothed, but my dad would be like, put some clothes on. Because my dad's fucking hilarious and that's funny. Like, you know, like we always just had very dark sense of humor because we've been through some fucking dark shit as a family, you know? Like when you have sick parents, like like a lot of your life, like it's very hard to not have to bring, you know, comedy, and especially gross comedy or sexual comedy. Like that shit's just funny to everybody. And like lighten the fuck up. Take a fucking joke, you know? So
chill pill.
And another thing comes from like, I don't know why, but like people seem to think like every single stand-up routine I do is like based on like step-by-step facts, when it's like some of them are like I dead ass drop your name, you deserve it. But then some of them are like a compilation of things that happen to my friends, things that have happened to me, like situations that are like similar enough that it's like, wow, we all have this in common, you know, like the cum sock. I say cum sock, y'all laugh. Why? Because y'all fucking know what a cum sock is. So if I say something smells like a cum sock, that's funny. That's just funny. It's like my mom always says it, and I always give her so much shit because I hate it when she says it. She's like,
waffle.
Farts are funny, Al. Like, you know what, Stacey, they are, but I'm never gonna acknowledge that to your face, okay? Like, you know, there's certain things in this life that sometimes when they're just that on point, you have to just fucking laugh. Like when someone gives a solid read on somebody, it's like, you don't even know that person. How'd you know them? Because like I know the fucking type. You know, it's like those things are what's funny to people. The commonality is what's funny to people. And if you don't understand it, that's fine. I'm sorry you haven't lived as many lives as I have. But I'm not going to apologize for it. And then the whole sex number thing, that discussion, I was like, why do you want to fight with me? Why are you going to ask me how many people I fucked if you don't want to argue with me?
What? He did that?
I'm not trying to start a fight with Sam. But yeah. I was like, why is it an issue?
That's so fucking...
You're like, you know what the thing is for me?
It's so stereotypical.
It's like, you know, I think it got to matter when I was like, are you good at multiplication? I was going to give him like a very intricate math problem, but then I realized I'm not that good at math to fucking find one out.
Let me pull out the black book.
I was like, let's see. I know. I have
I
have the whole thing. I'm like, do I lie? Do I tell him the truth? Like, what do I do? And it's like, I'm not going to lie because that's not who I am. And eventually, if he starts taking tally on all the dudes I fucked, like, by me just talking to them, he's gonna know. Like, I don't know. I just think that, like, that's just a messy question to ask somebody. And, like, that question alone makes me feel very inadequate because...
It's also just rude.
It's rude, but, like, you know what the thing is, like, if you don't get an explanation on that, like, it's a big number.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry I dealt with sex addiction for, like, my whole entire adult life. I've been clean and sober from, like, drugs. I had a transference addiction, which I was addicted to dick, and that was my problem. You
were addicted.
It was more or less just trying to feel something, you know, the same way drugs
and
did,
who
you
is
know?
he
It
to
was the same
judge?
thing.
No.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, it's just like, I feel like fucking people that haven't had to struggle through that shit really have no fucking right. But at the same time, it's like, how are you going to know if you don't ask? But the judgment that comes along with shit like that, like your sex number, like really
That's
just
bullshit.
has always bothered me because it's like, you know, not for anything, but like, what about the rapes? You know, like what about shit like that? Like you're going to ask a girl that and like not know her fucking history. That's like asking people when they're going to have kids. It's like, you don't know what the fuck they're going through. You don't talk about that kind of stuff. It's rude.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Have some common fucking
Have we ever had
decency.
fights like that, guys? You guys ever have fights like that? Arguments?
Not.
Yeah.
No.
What's up, Alex?
Well, I was once dating a girl who was saving herself for marriage, and I was not a virgin, you know, haven't been since I was 15.
You strumpet.
Not pure.
And
Shakespearean folklore.
she asked me what my number was. I was honest with her, and she got really upset.
Was it a 1-digit or 2-digit number?
It was a 2-digit number.
Okay. 1-digit. Wait. What was the first digit of the 2-digit number within 2 and 5?
Yeah.
Then what did she have to complain about?
I don't know. I thought it was really silly because the whole time I'm explaining myself to her, I'm like, well, this was all before you, and it's not like I'm sleeping with these people. It's not like I stop hanging out with you and I'm calling all these people. Like, no, there's exclusivity, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it all comes back to being insecure about yourself, because I've definitely felt that. I mean, I've definitely asked a guy, like, hey, how many people have you slept with?
How'd that go?
And then awful. Like, it made me feel like shit. And
Yeah, it definitely made him feel like shit.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, why do you want to fight with me right now?
And that's the whole point, is that, like, it makes you feel like shit, it makes me feel like shit, and it's like this whole thing that just, like, it shouldn't matter. Like, the number, exactly.
It's like, it doesn't matter if I'm fucking one person and they're fucking me 6 times a day every day, and I'm fucking 900 people, but they're only fucking me like when they have a chance, like once. Pretty sure like a 4-year relationship would have my pussy way more destroyed than all these random ass dicks that range in size.
So
I'm just saying.
I tell her, let's just
like,
go tested then, you know?
Yeah.
And we go to get tested. I'm clean, so what's the big deal? I told the doctor the number. You know, maybe that's the only person you should tell, someone who's unbiased, not trying to judge you. You know, even though sometimes
I told the doctor once, and they were like, wow.
Wow. I mean, as long as you're
I was like,
healthy
at
and
once.
like, nothing's wrong.
Exactly.
Like, I think that number should be
it's
private.
like, hey, I took this test just so you can, you know, have more confidence in our relationship, and still you're gonna give me shit because of the past.
That's
the past
crazy.
shouldn't matter anymore. It's all about the future.
The past should never matter. It's like, you know, like not for anything, but like, girl, it's, and I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but like guys have such an easier time like not having to deal with the whole being a whore thing.
It's toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
That's genuinely what it's called.
I think also though guys also have this like they have to have sex, or like
Absolutely.
they have this idea that like
that's an aspect.
Well, they have
of
a
it.
very primal
this
need
person,
to have sex, but
not all men.
No.
I mean,
Well, sex is good. I mean,
sex
even
is
if I'm
great.
not having sex,
No.
I'm masturbating at least once a day.
yeah, absolutely.
But it's also like it's genuinely a Western kind of take on toxic masculinity. It's this pressure on men to have sex and like be a player and like embrace that sexuality, whereas women are
be a
shamed.
player and then eventually get engaged and have some kids.
Exactly, like the
For
standard.
for women, it's like,
white picket
okay,
fence.
well, you're supposed to, you know, keep your legs closed and make them walk you to the door and like all this cliche bullshit from the 50s. And it's like, we're acting like the 70s never happened, people. Like, come on, sexual liberation here. Like, you all were fucking sticking your dicks in any hole you had. Like, I don't understand what the fucking problem is.
The era of love.
You know,
I mean-
and now it's like, you know, like back to like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's like everyone wants that in a relationship status, but nobody wants to fucking do the work to maintain a healthy fucking relationship. It's all about
Absolutely.
facades. Oh, this is a picture of me and my boyfriend holding hands. His look like this, so mine don't have to. It's like, bitch,
shut the fuck
shut
up.
the fuck up. Like, we get it. We get it. You're in a relationship. How well is that
You're a
working?
spoiled brat.
Or my
I
favorite.
also I don't know if we should say that because we also don't know them.
Well, yeah.
Like to
In
to
general,
say that to somebody, I don't know. I also think like if they want to live that way, let them live that way. Like if she wants to get her nails done, if she wants to date a man who's masculine and will provide for her,
Oh,
go
absolutely.
for it.
No,
Like,
nothing
I'm not,
wrong with that.
We're
We're not
judging,
saying
you know?
that. It's more like when
It's more like being a kept woman. It's not like being a kept woman's a bad thing. It's more like losing your identity based on your relationship. And like instead of you being you and them being them, and you guys being you guys when you're together, it's like you're always referred to as a fucking unit. Like when you're together,
It's-
like Brangelina
it's
or
it's
whatever.
unhealthy.
You know, like it's just like it's not like you have to like. Why do you have to put every single thing you do out there for everybody to fucking have a judgment on? Because you're not gonna like what everyone has to fucking say.
Exactly.
Yeah, I respect people that, like, especially celebrities that try to keep their relationships
Private.
as
Private,
possible.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
as soon as you let all these people that have no business poke into it, it just falls apart.
Like what I just did. I just ended my relationship. Probably.
I'm sorry.
I don't care. I didn't get a text yet.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm
It's all
really
good.
sorry.
It's not whatever, but you
I
know what the
didn't-
thing is like I just think about things a lot, and it's like I could like a person a lot, but like I'm really like I know myself enough to know I'm not gonna change everything about who I am. I could fuck one person forever. That's not my issue. If the fucking's great, whatever. Fine. I don't need polyamory to be happy. I need someone to be loyal to me to be happy.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna go and change every single thing about who I am. And honestly, like the more I think about it, the more of a deal breaker it is, and it sucks because like you know it's not every day I meet someone I can like have a conversation with and talk to and have fun with, and like that isn't my friend that I do have like romantic like lovey feelings for, and especially feel protected with because like I'm not trying to say like I'm tough, but like I've been taking care of myself my whole fucking life, and like even without my ex-boyfriend, like you know even having an ex-boyfriend I never can say that like I felt protected by them because I wasn't. Like I never felt that way about somebody, so it's like for me it almost like I feel like brainwashes me a little, like oh this person's like so protective, they care so much, I just like I don't want to just fuck that over, and like I feel like it takes a lot of energy for somebody to like have that protection to that.
Absolutely.
So it's like I appreciate it, but you know, like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, how do you protect something that wants to be free?
Also,
Because like I'm
Yeah.
always gonna be a free spirit. I'm always gonna want to say what I want to say, do what I want to do, and no one's ever gonna stop and put a muzzle on me and like stop me from doing what I want to do. So it sucks because you know, really, I saw a lot of potential in it, and I still do see a lot of potential in it, but I'm not changing.
I just wanted to say that I didn't bring it up with the intention of like
No, you're fine.
I'm really sorry.
No, it needed to be done.
Okay.
If it can be destroyed by the truth, Sam, it fucking deserves to.
No, true.
Hope I get good ratings.
That was a really good.
Fuck.
That's a good quote.
I have a great metaphor.
Yeah.
It's actually, what would you
Apropos, Mark.
what would you appreciate more? A bird in a cage that's trapped all day, or a bird that comes to your window every day after having, you know, a night of just doing whatever it wants, and then it comes to you in the morning and sings on your windowsill?
You
Like-
choose one, the bird or the cage.
Yeah, like what's more beautiful, or what's
The bird.
what would you appreciate more? You know,
I'll have the cage in my house because I could
Bioshock
like grow
Infinite.
succulents in it. I saw it on Pinterest. Bird can come to my window
I
because
knew you'd have Pinterest.
birds are loud anyway. I had birds. They don't want them in my
Who was
house.
I like
singing?
You come sing to me. You
Yeah.
come sing on my window. Yeah, no, that's
Exactly.
a great
Mating
metaphor.
calls.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Um,
That's what they're saying.
hey. It's like the fucking like.
That song Novocaine
bugs,
by
like-
Fall Out Boy. Oh.
It's the grasshoppers. They're mating.
That was some ASMR shit, but like
like that. It's like a card.
oh,
in
that
a
was
bike
you?
Yeah, it was me.
You didn't move your mouth.
Card in a bike spoke. Right. Anyway, we're having too much fun with the mics right now. Let's get back on a serious subject.
Okay.
How to pick up the pieces from a broken heart. No, I'm just kidding. We're not
Air
doing-
Supply.
fuck up, Alexa.
The band Air Supply. They were made for the heartbroken.
This is a song for the lonely. Yeah.
For
exactly.
the lonely.
Some Cher.
Oh, I was singing Bon Jovi. This ain't a song for the broken hearted.
How do we always get on a Bon Jovi song and I
I
don't
love-
know how.
I
Shout out to Bon Jovi.
Shout out to John Bon Jovi. If you ever wants to come on my show, there's an open door.
always.
Yo, John Bon Jovi's never coming on the show.
Living on a
He is in New
prayer.
Jersey,
Yes.
so
My dad met him in a bathroom.
really,
Yeah.
I met him in a way.
And then they took a selfie.
I didn't meet him. I would take a
met him
picture
in
of
a
me and John Bon Jovi next to a urinal.
Do you want you should find another picture and we could put
Oh.
it next to John Stamos.
Yeah, we'll put it next to my John Stamos one. I mean,
And your
I'll just have a
and
picture
your
of like
plaque.
me, John Bon Jovi, John Blaine, John Glenn,
John Wayne.
John Wayne, John Claude Van Damme, all the Johns.
Jean.
I'll put them all in my bathroom. me next to the Johns and the John.
That sounds like an art piece.
I need
Me and
to
R.
make-
Kelly, just because it's a bathroom.
Ah.
It has like a giant, like I'm just gonna paint like a red
Pee
circle with like
here.
the cross
Pee
over
here.
it.
Oh, paint the
Yo,
inside.
we should sell
Paint
R.
the
Kelly
inside.
toilet seats as merch.
Holy shit.
Yo.
It's so crazy. People might actually buy it.
We have to make sure that we won't get sued, though.
Yo, I don't care. Fucking
I'll look
sue
it
me.
up.
What are you gonna take? What do I have? What are you gonna take from me? My
R.
fucking
Kelly,
clothes
man.
from Forever 21.
R.
Go,
Kelly,
go for
man.
it.
Put it on the news. Make it hot.
Go for it. Yeah. Hope I get ratings. If R. Kelly wants to come on my show,
Podcast releases R. Kelly themed toilet.
if R.
seat,
Kelly wants to
Ward
come on my
11.
show and get peed on,
I'll pee on him.
we'll bring the kiddie pool. We'll do this. We're gonna have to have Mark figure out the mics, but we'll make it happen.
We can just do a behind the scenes thing.
I'm just gonna pee on him.
Okay.
Oh, man. You know what's crazy? All these surviving Cardi B things I'm seeing online.
Oh,
my God.
That's like meme of the week business.
What is up with that?
Hashtag meme of the week.
Hashtag meme of the week. Cardi B.
Shout out to Cardi B.
It was like Cardi B and Bill Cosby walk into a bar.
I can't remember anything.
I can't
that
remember
happened.
anything that
But
happened.
it must have been fun. That tweet was
Oh.
so fucking funny.
You know what the thing is like everyone wants to act like Cardi B's like a villain now. It's like, you know what? Not for anything. She is. She's been this whole time. She's never been like
Yeah.
She never
she's
denied
never
it.
she's never been like
lied it.
she's never been like a like stand up individual like,
No.
you know, it's like give me head. Like yeah, me too. Like I get it. Like
Suck my dick.
it's about that money.
Mm-hmm.
Money. I don't know. I don't really care about Cardi B. I don't really care about any people that are more famous than me, to be honest. 'Cause I'm not
No
famous.
one's more famous than you.
That's not true.
I will.
You're a celebrity in my
Don't
eyes.
talk about Cher that way. especially here.
Other than Cher.
Tina Turner.
Other than Tina Turner. Other than everyone that you're about to mention.
Tony,
You're like on par.
Stevie Nicks.
Celine Dion.
Stevie Nicks just became the first woman to get inducted
For
into
both.
Yeah.
For being a single artist. And
for...
shout out to Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks is great.
Thunder only happens when it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Which is a lie.
Thunder happens when there's like a lot of humidity.
When the atmospheric pressure and the humidity factor works.
When it's hot and then it needs to get cold.
Yeah.
Creates friction.
That's a tornado.
That's not right. So we need to get someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson on here and like talk about this. Anyway,
like right.
Alexa, how does a tornado happen?
A tornado forms when a warm, moist weather front meets a cool, dry weather front, and the temperature difference causes the air along the edge of the fronts to rise and fall as it fluctuates in temperature. The rapid changes in air pressure can stabilize into a spiral that can, in the right circumstances, form a funnel of rapidly spinning air that reaches from the cloud front to the ground. When the wind speeds of the funnel are fast and strong enough, it is classified as a
Alexa,
tornado.
how do we get Sam to stop being a know-it-all? Answers.
I don't know that.
Can't help it that I know it.
I can't help you. I don't know the answer to that. Me neither.
Alexa doesn't have all the answers. Never mind. No, stop.
Alexa was like, "Are you summoning me?"
Anyway, so guys, what's up? What are you guys up to this week?
Up to this week?
Yeah, anything good?
I have 3 days off instead
you
of 2. Hopefully you'll meet my cat.
Cats.
I think she like is expecting company because she's been really affectionate lately.
She's expecting. She shaved.
She shaved. Yes, I shaved my pussy.
That's the fucking worst is when you shave your pussy and then like they don't show up and then you're like, they're
oh
like,
my god!
And then like 2 days later they have the fucking audacity to be like, hey, what are you up to? I'm like, get the fuck.
I have ingrown hairs now.
What am I up to? Let me fucking tell you. Come over here. We're about to play a game.
It's called
Saw 2, my vagina.
I'm gonna show
the bushwhacking.
It's like spikes, like cactus, like a baby cactus.
It is like a cactus.
It's like baby. It's like one of those cactuses. You're like, it won't hurt me, and then it hurts you. I'm gonna get on top, and that's gonna hurt you, and that's gonna hurt your feelings the way my feelings were hurt when you didn't show up.
It'll start a fire.
Show pictures of cats. The pussy.
That's my pussy.
That's my pussy.
That's my pussy cat.
If you guys want to see a picture of Sam's pussy, she's gonna post it to our Facebook page right now. Sorry,
yes.
Sam's gonna. Sorry, Sam.
You're fine.
When I say your pussy in the same sentence,
it confuses.
He's gonna show everyone his big white pussy. It actually felt so good to say that out loud.
It feels so good to.
It feels so free. It's like when you scream penis in a church really loud with your friends.
Wow. So I went to an all-girls private Catholic high school.
Did you guys play the penis game?
And so in church,
okay,
I was part of the choir. And so some of my friends, we would be on the balcony. Like when we didn't have choir, we would go up to the balcony. And during church service, we would say penis.
Penis.
Oh, play the penis game?
Yeah.
The penis game is so much. It's funny.
And then we would run down. And it was a lot of fun. I used to fuck around a lot in that school. Because I'm not religious. I actually
you just had to go.
Yeah, I was kind of forced to go.
Strong-armed.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice.
They were gonna make me do confirmation, and I was like, "You don't want to do that."
Did you learn Latin?
I was gonna change my name.
God damn it!
I did not learn Latin.
Did you ever have to whip yourself like in the Da Vinci Code?
Oh my god, that was such a sick scene.
That was a pretty sick scene, but unfortunately not.
Do we have any kinks we feel inadequate about? We didn't even go into kinks and fetishes.
Oh, wow.
That we feel inadequate about?
Let's dive in here. Like anything you feel self-conscious about that's like a kink that you're like really into, but you're like ashamed of.
All right. I'm going to finally admit this live on air. And I don't know how everyone's going to feel about it. I do actually enjoy when people pull my hair.
You have really long hair, so.
Yeah.
Even if it's like jokingly, I'll just be like, ooh.
Yo, there's this thing that happens where like someone's kissing the back of my neck and it literally makes my butt ticklish down here. and like it tickles my butt,
You're
and I can't stop laughing. No, it like literally like
Oh.
is like a nerve or something, but it's like right here, and like I get like a beard or something on that, and I'm like, yo, there's like my butt starts tingling. I'm like my butt like I can't stop laughing, and I feel like very insecure about it now, because it's like one of those spots on a dude where it makes him like a dog, where it's like a dog wagging its leg, like it's like, oh. Or like, all right, like kink. Let's see. I always feel weird about asking someone to spit in my mouth, and that's something I really like.
Ooh.
I like really like that, but I only really like that with some people. But like, I always like, you know, when you're like,
It has to be like in the moment.
because you're not gonna talk about that with so like, oh yeah, and you could spit in my mouth later. Like, you're not gonna do that. Like, and like, I don't know, like, I like love it. I love it. It's like one of those things that's like, I wouldn't mind if it happened like every time, because it's like super hot to me. But like also, I don't need it. But like, it's one of those things I'm like always like, do I ask for it now? Like, do I ask for it now? Like,
I have two actually. I'm super touch starved. I'm going to need someone to touch me after this.
I get like very
just hold my hand or something. But like
that spooning.
Oh my god.
Sporking.
But like literally, someone could just touch me for 20 minutes, and I could probably come just from that. It's like bad because no one really touches me.
No, I understand that.
But also,
I don't like when people touch me, so people don't really touch me either.
I don't like
They say, you know what? I was actually reading something where they were saying if you like wash yourself in the shower with like a loofah or like a wash rag or something, like you desensitize yourself to human touch.
Yep.
As opposed to like using your hands.
I use my hands.
Wow.
I don't, but like I don't like. I've never really liked being touched without like it being like.
It has to be obviously people I
solicited.
know. Like someone can't just come up to me and like rub my back, and I will not. And just yeah. Things become bad. But I also really like. I like nicknames a lot. I call people nicknames all the time, like darlin', because just Southern. But I really like female, like pet names. Like I love being called like baby boy or baby girl.
Ooh.
Oh, another caller.
Let's let our caller come on.
Hello, caller.
Hello. You're on the air with XXX Penetration.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. How you guys doing? First off, how you guys doing?
We're doing great. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is 3 Inches, and
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna get any action ever in life because I'm so small. Like, is there any way around that?
Go down.
Yes.
You eat ass and you eat pussy.
Your mouth game must be impeccable.
You can like literally
Also-
make a girl come from eating them out, but like literally like you eat them out to the point where they're about to come, and then you just stick it in there. Pump, pump, pump.
Or you make them come first with your mouth and you know, fingers or whatever, toys you ever feel necessary, and then you finish with the penis.
Toys are always a fun option too, because you can kind of like use it as a thing where it's like I'm gonna spoil you, girl.
But also like on the other flip side, pegging is a thing. Maybe explore a little bit with
Like a strap on.
a strap on, or even a dildo. Or
Why do you feel so?
So you're telling me to put a strap on and fuck my girlfriend?
No, I'm telling your girlfriend to put a strap on and fuck you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, are you still there? Well,
All right, that was great.
He hung up. That was great. Was that Mike Tice?
I have no
Where
idea.
did Mike Tice go? I feel is someone messing with us? I hope we
sounded
gave
It
that.
is April Fool's.
I hope whoever
Sound like a
that
high school
whoever that
professor.
was with the 3-inch penis really like finds help in anything we said there, because I think it was all good advice, especially the eating
Yeah,
ass part.
definitely
No,
eat some ass,
definitely.
buddy.
Yeah, definitely eat it.
It's all about finding.
Eat it like you're at a $10 buffet and they just brought the crab legs out.
Ooh. I'm
man.
hungry.
Wow.
Oh
That was
my God.
that was. I mean,
All
I'm
this
sorry.
talk
That was
of
really
eating
brave.
ass really just
That was
built
no,
up an
absolutely.
appetite.
That was a pretty brave caller, though. I'm really glad they called
And
in.
I wasn't making a joke. I was genuinely being
Yeah,
serious.
no. I think that, you know, when you have inadequacies like a smaller penis, like that's I mean, you need to first of all become comfortable with your body, like, because you obviously aren't gonna go and spend. Alexa, how much does it cost to have a penis enlargement surgery?
I don't know that one.
It's definitely thousands of dollars to get your dick made bigger. So like, you're not gonna do that. You got to figure out, you know, exactly what your partner wants, what they're expecting from you, what their needs are, and then you need to be willing to accommodate that. Like, I know a lot of guys that think they have small dicks actually end up being cucks in relationships and letting other dudes fuck their wives, and I think that's kind of like, I feel like that's pretty major.
I have a friend who surprisingly does this.
Yeah, I mean, that one guy I was with.
He's like totally cool with someone banging his wife right in front of him.
He's in
just like,
yeah. This guy's in an open relationship with his wife.
I'm not gonna knock it. I mean, hey, like, they're happy.
Yeah, whatever gets you off. Right?
Yeah, but like that's the thing is like you have to have such an open communication, especially if you're gonna have other people come into your marriage for those kinds of things and needs. Yeah,
I forgot about this.
Yes.
So there is actually a toy. It's a pump. It's a vacuum pump where it
like a dick pump.
Yeah. That enlarges your dick.
Like in Austin Powers.
So actually, I heard that can actually desensitize your dick.
Yeah, probably because of the blood flow and the capillaries. Like you probably really destroy the capillaries on your dick.
I'm gonna be honest. Just the thought of that thing on my cock right now kind of like skews me out. I'm just like, ooh.
They have pussy pumps too, though. It's like, but why do you want to make a pussy like look like a giant?
Well, it also creates such a powerful suction.
It literally makes it look like a Portuguese roll.
Like,
look, I'm trying.
Like, yeah.
I want my pussy to look smaller.
I saw someone like prolapse their fucking pussy with that thing once, and I was like, no, not for me.
Oh, God.
But also,
not for me.
Like, legitimately, for that dude, I'm sorry if it sounded like I was making a joke. But
no, we don't take it. We don't take those things lightly. If you're asking us for advice,
no, absolutely.
But we will bombard you with tons of advice at once.
Yeah, but also it's just like I've slept with dudes with small dicks before.
Oh, I've fucked plenty of dudes with small dicks.
And there are people that like small dicks.
It comes down to confidence, dude. Like I don't care. Like
you have big dick energy.
I fucked a dude with a small dick, and I fucked him again and again and again and again and again. Why? Because it was good.
It's not the size of the boat; it's the motion of the ocean.
You also have to make sure you're having chemistry with people. Like you're not like you don't want to fucking go and find like if you're that insecure about the size of your penis, you don't want to go find a fucking one night stand and just go fuck them. But like you also don't want to be investing too much time in girls that aren't gonna want to fucking small dick either. Like you got to be a balance. You got to really fucking figure that out. Like.
And also, if you have a girlfriend, dude, like, if you...
communicate.
Like, also, she's with you for more than just your penis.
Everyone should be with you for more than just what
your
what is in between your legs, period. Like...
Here.
Like, you know, you got the golden snatch and, you know... You got a shitty personality, it doesn't really matter.
Looks always fade, you know. Everyone eventually looks like a prune.
Looks fade, pussies loosen, dicks shrivel. Like, it's all gross. It all gets gross when we're old, guys. You got to find someone with a good heart.
And actually, that reminded me. Mike, was that you?
Did you call in?
No. Did you call in?
Didn't call in.
I was at Subway.
Oh, you were at Subway because I smell
Can
onions.
I see your phone?
Shout out to Subway.
He didn't call in. I know he didn't call in.
Yeah.
That wasn't him. Tice. Tice, we thought. We thought.
You missed something.
You missed the thing.
But no, it like
Tice, do you have any advice for people with small penises? As to having sex? Find a
I've literally
I think you could do it with both, but you know.
Stick your balls in. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Also, use your fingers. You got fingers for a reason, bro.
And I bet you got like big fingers.
Yeah, if your dick is only 3 inches long,
but your fingers
are probably bigger than that.
Yeah.
You got to put them fingers together.
Don't fist, right?
No, don't. Unless she wants to be fisted.
Our caller had a 3-inch penis, and they asked, you know, what they thought the best way is to have sex with someone. We thought it was you joking with us.
Yeah, we thought you were joking.
It is April Fool's.
Because we didn't know who else
Also
would call in
that.
besides Dom and Brian.
Yeah.
Like, who knew about this? I guess people are watching.
Dom's on his way.
Dom's on his way. Dom's going to be late.
Yeah, again.
Dom's late.
But
late.
I actually kind of have penis inadequacy. in a way.
Yeah. Let's
Well,
expand on that. Talk
Yeah,
about it.
That's the dysphoria. But it's also just like,
Wait, explain your situation because I don't think
for
for
new
this episode
listeners,
I don't think we've talked about how.
No. I am a transgender male. I came out about 3 weeks ago. My pronouns are they, them, or he, him. My name is Sam.
And I always fuck that up, and I always feel really bad.
It's genuinely okay because I came out literally 3 weeks ago, even though I came out from non-binary to fully transgender, which I also play with androgyny, but I have severe gender dysphoria, to the point where I like my boobs just feel like mutant sacks of fat.
I feel the same way.
It's just
But
like,
I like them.
oh, I
like mine. That's the difference.
I hate my boobs.
I find them like to
Me
be the ugliest part of my body. If I didn't, mine are all scarred.
My moobies.
Mine are all scarred, have like acne all over them. Like it's gross. It grosses me out. It's probably not as bad as I see it, but basically, the biggest time when I feel inadequate personally is when I am naked. But also, like, I've been trying to take like more nudes and like just kind of making myself feel like, hey, yeah, you don't look exactly the way that you want to, but you got that big dick energy, dude.
It's funny you say that because that's like honestly one of the things that always made me feel better is like just looking at my nudes a bunch. I'm like, well, it's my body. That's what it looks like. That's not what I think it looks like.
Yeah. But also like, I like watching, or I like seeing like trans porn. Like there's a fetish. It's actually rather transphobic.
Is it a fetish for you though? Because if you consider yourself trans, then
it's
I don't
not
think
a fetish.
I don't.
No,
think
but there is
should
a
be
fetish
considered that
out there.
Oh, where they're
called-
obsessed with trans.
called
people.
like a cunt boys. I know, but basically it's FTM men.
Okay.
And just even though it's like from a fetish perspective, seeing pictures or videos where it's like that, it's just like it's possible. Like there are people who would find me.
Alex is eating a Twix.
I'm sorry, I'm a fat ass.
No, that's totally fine. It was really funny.
You're so innocent. We needed
But
that.
what?
So we needed that. Cunt boys.
Yeah, it's like, long story short, it makes me feel like I can be sexually attractive to someone, and like as a boy, but like I downloaded Grindr. I haven't set anything up. I'm actually really scared because I'm still pre everything, and like even though I have one binder, and sometimes it's just like maybe I should stuff my pants, maybe I should stuff my underwear, like oh, they're gonna call you a girl anyway because you're wearing makeup, your voice is like higher and even when you lower your voice you're still like
pretty,
sound it girl. Yeah,
you're pretty.
Thank you.
Prettiest boy I know.
Guys could be pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty.
no,
like Dom.
I
Pretty
actually
boy.
You're in the
constantly
same category as Dom right now.
Yeah,
You and Dom are pretty boys.
You like Dom should be mad at you actually because like once you're in there, once you're in the race with him, he's in trouble. What do you feel sexually? Do you feel like there's like a sexual deficit for you where it's like you feel inadequate when you're in? But like I'm talking about like when if you were to meet someone that like understood your situation and
that's different.
Related, do you think you'd still have those inadequacies that you feel now?
It's because I'm so scared. It's because I'm so scared because it's already a challenge finding someone that like actually can hold a conversation and stuff because that's super important.
It's a challenge
to me.
like that trying to find anybody.
Yeah,
nowadays.
But it's also like I'm really, really, really bad with telling if people are flirting with me or not. That's why I constantly ask, like, do you think he was flirting with me? And it's also like why I can't really tell if girls are flirting with me because it's like
you're just in a weird
girls
gray
flirt
area
with you
where-
regardless, dude.
Yeah,
I flirt with girls.
yeah. I'm always nice to girls. I'm always nice to everyone because everyone needs
Same.
it. You know,
I try to
everyone
be.
fucking needs it.
But no, I feel like
Do we have another caller calling in? Call
Oh,
it
cool.
Let's
Go
bring
ahead.
him in. Hello, caller. You're with Triple X Penetration. What's your name and where are you from?
Hello, my name is Doug Taylor. I'm calling with I had to show about the gay that's
Jim.
talking
Jim.
about train something, transsexual something.
Oh, from sexual
Transylvania.
I think
anticipation. Oh.
I think she's just a little bit confused. She just needs some big black dick in her life.
Wait, are
and
you
everything will change.
talking about me?
I think this is a troll, and let's disconnect right now because they have a horrible accent.
Thank you.
Can't commit to an
Au
accent.
revoir, pendejo.
Au revoir, bitch.
I'm not confused.
Not confused. Definitely don't need a good dick either. And if
Also,
she could
I've
find a
had
good dick,
he.
yeah.
No, I'm not confused. I'm 25 years old. I've been going through this since I was a child. It's not confusion. And the fact that you think I'm confused is actually
Ignorant.
rather insulting
Super ignorant.
because this is one of the biggest things in my life right now. And the fact that I've come out publicly, especially on the internet, is probably one of the scariest things I've ever done.
It's just so troubling that there's still people out there that are willing to say something like, "Oh, you need a good dick." Like, I'm pretty sure good dick hasn't done it for me.
Also, I'm a gay man.
Like
you
a gay-
fucking loser.
Come throw your gay dick over here, man. Let's do it. Whoever that was, if you want to come on the show, we'll give you what the address here is. What, 37 Madison Ave? Is that what it is? 45 East Madison Ave, second floor. Come find us. We'd love to talk to you on air. I'd love to see who you are as a person. We just want to talk.
I don't.
Shh, Sam. It's premeditated. Shh. It's premeditated.
Never mind. I do.
We just want to talk.
Loudly.
So yeah,
I think that's really rude.
internet trolls are everywhere, and it's crazy
It's
because
funny because that person themselves probably has a lot of fucking issues, starting probably with hating themselves and not accepting themselves. And Sam, I'm sorry that caller came through. That was bullshit.
It's okay. It's not okay.
I hope they come meet up. I'd love to meet up
I'm like really mad.
on site. I don't blame you. That's fucking disrespectful as shit. And if you know someone and you're gonna say if you know someone, you know what they're going through, especially if you're sitting here listening for about an hour and 45 minutes and you still have the fucking audacity to do something like that.
I'd also just like to say that I literally almost killed myself over this.
Yeah, it's a very big subject for a lot of people, and I don't understand why anyone would think it's
this
something to
show
take light of.
this show is all about airing
Being
things
safe.
out.
Openness,
it's a safe
honesty.
area among friends. We do not tolerate hate here.
No.
In
You
any
can come
form.
meet up. Come meet up if you want to give us that good dick. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see that good dick.
I'd like to have it.
Whoa! Right on time.
Oh my god, a rock
Dom,
star.
to bring the mood back on
Dom,
point.
come here.
Dominic.
I need a hug.
Dom.
New guest. Last
Dom's
minute guest.
here.
Yes.
Spicy. Get in here,
Guys, before we move any further, I just gotta say, that guy looks like someone who screwed me over in college. So, fuck you, Jose, but you seem like a good dude.
Well,
don't be mean.
Based on appearance.
It's hard to see with the shades on.
I love that you brought your drum box as a seat because of our accommodations. How are you, Dom?
Should I answer into the microphone?
Yes, I
Terrible.
would love for you to
Terrible.
talk about your self-esteem and self-worth right now.
Quite frankly, I don't think I have much to contribute to this conversation.
Why?
Because I'm fucking beautiful.
You're fucking
Yes.
beautiful. Nothing gets you down.
Just life.
Oh, I gotta keep that down.
Yeah, keep it down.
my bag for you.
Do you feel like your shame and your do you feel like shame and your self-esteem are directly related?
I'm Catholic.
So yes.
So yes.
Yeah, of course.
How's that affect you?
Catholic guilt?
Catholic guilt.
Dom, have you ever self-harmed?
No. Actually, no.
Nice. Good shit.
Unless, you mean lifestyle choices and dating partners.
Do you do those things on
Can
purpose?
technically be called self-harm.
Do you put yourself in toxic situations knowing that it's an easy way to escape them when you're uncomfortable?
Okay, listen, Alexa. I didn't come here.
Barbara Walters. You can take a minute.
Fuck
That's
off.
a
That was a great question.
Short answer, yes.
That was a hot popper.
Long answer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, hi, Marv.
Just
Do you want to get on? Yeah.
We'll just
Yeah, so we can
bring it
have.
down, bring it down.
Yeah, we need his face for the sponsors. Twix.
Sponsored by
Twix.
Oh,
Twix.
I mean,
We're not sponsored, but we could be.
also Winterfresh and
Winterfresh
Poland
and
Springs. Don't forget Sprite.
Our whale pee of choice.
All these good stuffs.
Yeah, someone once told me that all the water in the world was whale pee at one point, and I was like,
Do you want to listen?
not wrong. That fucked me up. So anyway, have you seen any weird porn lately, Dom?
Oh yeah, let's talk about pterodactyl porn.
Let's do our weird porn.
Oh my god. I don't know if I'm ready to have this public conversation.
Doing a weird porn segment.
I was watching a weird porn.
What were you watching?
Not weird, but it was anal
Different?
porn.
Okay.
I love anal. I don't know if I'm versed to do it yet. Like,
I love
You
watching
enjoy-
anal
you enjoy
porn.
watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love watching anal porn, and I sell videos of other people having anal porn to dudes that think it's me having anal porn, anal sex.
God bless
whatever.
America.
God
this
bless
girl-
America.
I mean, this guy's. It was pretty big, and she was just taking it, and I was wondering,
How?
not how, but what was
Why?
her bowel movements after?
That's a good question. Does it just like fall out?
Well, that's
No.
what I'm wondering.
Your
no, see, your
sphincter is
sphincter is
still
separated
working.
into two sections, and there's one that like holds your poop in like the chamber. So like when you're turtle heading, that's when you're like really about to shit. You got poop in the chamber, but like a lot of the time you just poop and it comes out, and that's that, and it's there. Alexa,
How do I-
explain the sphincter.
A sphincter is a circular muscle that normally
You guys
maintains
are
constriction of the
solving
natural
this.
body passage or orifice and which relaxes as required by normal physiological functioning.
There you heard it.
Well, I guess also every time that I try to do anal, I feel like I'm going to poop. How
Yeah.
do I fix that?
You
Like,
push. That's great.
You relax.
like
Don't
I'm
listen- don't
so
listen to
scared
the-
that I'm just gonna shit myself.
I will
Literally
say
just-
the best advice
You
I could
relax
give because
and
I have
take it.
I have a similar problem. I guess on the flip side of that, because you know I've tried anal and it's like sometimes I get really weird, especially when my partner is like, "Oh my god, I think I'm taking a shit." Yeah. So best advice I would say is try not to eat anything that day.
That's bad advice. Do
No,
do an enema.
Do an enema.
Do an enema.
Enema. Didn't think of that. Writing that down.
4 hours before, and then just try not to shit.
And also try not to
Use
eat,
lube.
like, a lot.
Okay.
Use lube. Relax.
My advice is the
Start-
opposite, all right?
Start from behind.
If you're going to go down there, you got to hard commit, okay? If you see a little bit of shit, it's not the end of the world. I remember the first time I had like an anal experience, my girlfriend at the time found a little bit of poop on her finger, and that chick was traumatized, all right?
Okay.
But moving forward, you just got to accept the risks of the scenario.
There's poop. If you're obviously there's poop. It's a butt. There's
I
poop.
mean, I'm scared that it's gonna be like a full load.
No.
Like
Listen.
it's just gonna be
Listen.
like.
Then do it in
If
the
it's-
shower.
Babe, if it's a full load, they still had
That's
anal
smart.
sex.
That's smart
I'm
because
sorry.
that way if it's the
I'm
shower,
sorry.
you know.
But also play with yourself. Do it first before
Yeah,
you
fuck-
actually have sex.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I have butt
try
plugs
plug.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
but,
absolutely.
like,
If you butt plug yourself, you'll be fine. If you just wait until the butt plug falls out, then you're ready.
Okay. Don't.
That's literal.
That's really good advice.
Actual sex advice.
Yes.
Like,
We get like an applause track for Alexa.
glad I could help y'all.
Thank you, Marvin.
We are the world.
We are the children.
That's the fun police coming to tell me to stop talking about buttholes on the air.
Oh, but who doesn't love
Are they
a
still
good
going
butt
through
joke?
the sounds?
Listen.
What do you say?
Yo, anal cover, it needs to be like, it needs to sound like a drop in a load in a toilet. A Jack Ripper. Yeah, that's always my go-to when I don't want to be in a situation. I'm trying to leave someone's house. I just make audible fart noise. I'm like, I gotta
you told
go.
us about that last week.
I gotta
Just a little
go.
poot poot. It's okay.
I gotta go.
I just tell my kids I got to buy a pack of cigarettes.
I used to tell my old boss I had
Never come back.
I told my old boss I had Crohn's disease so I could go to the bathroom whenever I wanted because we weren't allowed to have our phones out. So I'd be like, I got Crohn's. I gotta shit all the time. I'm sorry.
There was an epic battle just now.
I thought that was in the headphones.
I don't
Yeah,
know what that is.
Yeah.
There's an air raid going on.
I told my boss I was sick once because I wanted to not go to work, and she called out my bullshit. So you know what I did?
Did you quit?
No, I stayed in the bathroom for 2 hours in the middle of a busy service.
He committed. He committed. He's like, no, this is really happening.
Did you need the Rockstar shades for that story?
They didn't want to let me take off to
I
go to
need the
Hibachi
Rockstar
one night at
shades,
Outback,
Hassan.
so I took the bathroom keys
Always.
and quit.
Wow.
Because I used to fight over that bathroom keys. They're like, we need a toilet paper key.
Like, fight over
Back
it now.
of house has it. Go to front of the house. Front of house has it. I'm like, no, bitch. Alexa has it, and you're never getting it back. And then I proceeded to use that key to steal toilet paper from like Quick Checks and 7-Elevens for like years after because I was poor.
Wait a minute. Is there like one universal bathroom key?
Like all the
Yeah, pretty
like all,
much.
you know, like all the
for
black,
those.
you know, like the black ones in bathrooms. It's like there's a company.
It's like a weird shaped
Alexa, what's
key,
that paper company?
but it's universal.
This might answer your question. The International Paper Company is an American pulp
We
and
have
paper
Dunder
company.
Mifflin on the board.
The largest such company.
Nope, not that one. Anyway, they're all the black paper towel and toilet paper holders, and they have one key. It's universal. Yeah.
They have those at Best Buy.
The keys.
No, the toilet. I don't. Never mind. I don't care.
The toilet paper.
Every
Anyway.
bathroom.
So we're winding down the show now. I think we should go around and really finish our Boner Jams period list. Dom, I hope you thought of something good on the way over.
It doesn't have to do with periods. Is that okay?
Whatever.
To Catch a Thief by Lovage.
Keep Bleeding by Leona Lewis.
Yeah.
Sunday Bloody Sunday by you too.
Oh.
I get it.
My Bloody Valentine by Wednesday 13.
They all pretty much have to be about blood or like say like I'm done with your shit. Period.
Anything Alanis Morissette?
Anything Alanis, anything Melissa Etheridge, Natalie Merchant, Sarah McLachlan, anyone that played at Lilith Fair in fucking '99. Pretty set.
About like Bikini Kill, L7.
Oh, it's Bloodstained Valentine by Murder Dolls. Blood Milk and Sky by White Zombie.
I want to leave the viewers with a positive message before we end the show.
Yeah, of course.
And that's, no matter what situation's going on in your life, don't forget to take some time and appreciate yourself. Have love for yourself, respect yourself, care for yourself, because you are your number one team player. Without you,
there is no team.
Yeah, exactly. So love yourself.
I think we should all go around and say like our best piece of advice we have for this episode.
I want you to give yourself a hug right now.
Yeah, let's give our best piece of like self-love, self-care kind of thing.
I'd like to begin.
Dom knows this.
If you're ever feeling down in your life, you don't feel like you're worth much, just, go up to the mirror, take off all your clothes, just rub one out. Don't use porn. Don't call anybody. Don't don't text your ex. None of that. Don't go through the gallery of
stare
nudes
deep
you have.
into your
Just
own eyes.
Look into your eyes
and jerk off.
Don't
or
jerk
just
off.
rub one
you don't
out.
Have
just
just rub
come
it
to
out. Just
yourself.
come. Use whatever toy you want. I don't care. Just make sure.
Take that
As
hairbrush,
Alexa's
flip it
mom
around.
says, nobody loves you like yourself.
That's right.
Then she does this. Nobody loves you like you can love yourself. It's my mom. My mom literally has said that to me my whole life. I didn't understand the knuckle shuffle part until way later, but
I started telling strangers that, by the way.
It's good, right?
I even say like Alexa's mom.
My mom's legacy will literally live on forever now because of this 5-finger knuckle shuffle, babe. What about you, Sam? You got a nugget?
If you're, what I do, I listen to music. I listen to music that maybe doesn't have any lyrics. I calm down and then I sleep. I sleep when I feel like shit. I sleep when I feel really good. But usually when I go to sleep feeling like shit, I'll wake up and I'll be like, okay, there's no panic attack happening.
A little
right now.
rejuvenated.
Yeah, it's more just like I'm gonna turn my brain off for a little while. give my brain a break. And then when I wake up, I'll probably not deal with it, but I can smoke a little weed and not think about it for a little while. That's probably really bad advice. I'm
bad
sorry.
advice for addicts, but if you, I mean,
I'm
you know,
weed helps.
if you have nothing
It's
else,
organic.
if you have no other
It's
fucking
natural.
way to spare your mind and you want to try something, there you go.
I'm learning how to love myself.
Everyone's learning to cope.
Have you tried jerking off in the mirror?
Let's
Last
we'll
caller
take our
to the
last
show.
caller. Well, hello, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's your boy DX, the motherfucking great.
DX, the great one! Oh my god! What's good, bro?
Thank you for listening.
Good. Yeah, y'all talking about sex. That shit cool. Nah, but yo, man, fuck all that, you know what I mean? Fuck negativity. Don't let that shit bother you, Sam. Whip out your penis and live, damn it.
Yeah!
Hey, everybody else that be hating and shit, fuck out of here with that. We love ourselves.
Fuck the haters.
I'm about to go love myself
Thank you.
right now in the parking lot of 7.
You're gonna go love yourself in the parking lot.
That's right.
Like a real American.
Yeah. Nah, but yeah, you know what? I love what y'all doing. Keep it up. I just wanted to show some support. Do y'all thing.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
for
much.
calling
DX,
in.
the great
So
one.
great. You gotta come
Yes, the
on.
motherfucking. All right.
Thank you very much.
right, guys.
That
No
genuinely made
So
me feel
great.
very
Have a
good.
great day. Thank you. Oh, see, there's good people everywhere.
That fixed a lot.
Every fucking asshole out there has 10 people willing to stomp them. I swear.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your bit of advice and information for the world?
Drink water.
That's good.
Stay hydrated.
Yes.
Take care of yourself. Eat. Just feed yourself. I have a huge problem with that, with not eating. You were talking about before, like, not eating.
Oh yeah, I forgot to eat this morning.
Yeah, I never eat. And when I do eat, it's like once a day. So just take care of
Yeah.
yourself. Have a self-care Sunday, you know. Even if it's just like a face mask or
Fancy lady day.
Or
Yeah.
brunch that Alexa never
Fancy
invites
D-Day.
me to.
It's an open
always
fucking
invited.
invite. What don't you people understand
Bro, why
about
don't
open
you-
invite?
You gotta
literally
come.
invited
It means
all the
walk
time.
through the
Literally,
door.
you have to
You
come.
are welcome.
That's it.
Oh,
Without looking in the mirror too.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, stop
You
looking
can't
in the
bring
mirror.
your mirror, Dom.
They
Tice, you
they
got
have
any,
mirrors at
any
the
little
house.
any little tidbits for us, Tice?
I don't know, just do something that makes you feel uncomfortable.
That's a good one. Do something that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Overcoming fears.
Yes.
That's how you grow.
Congratulations.
All right. I think my little bit of advice for this one is stop fucking looking at what everybody else is doing. Stop comparing yourself to anybody that's not you from yesterday. Stop sitting there and being like, I want my life to be this. I'm so unhappy. I can't have what I want. If you want something, fucking figure it out. Make the numbers work. Whatever you got to do. Go fucking figure out how to do what you want to do and make it work. Like, you know, there's so many people that people tried to stop from saying they could do things in this world. You know, and they're the innovators. They're the people that go and do new things. So it's like, if you want to go do something, even if it's love yourself, make a fucking plan and work on it.
Make
Work.
a playlist.
Do the work. It's not
Alright.
going to be fun all the time, you know? But anyway, it's been fun. Have a great life.
It's been
Thanks
an
for having me
experience.
on, guys.
We're done.
This was fun.
Take a moment and enjoy our theme song too.
Marv, can I get an explosion before the theme song?
Theme song.
Never mind. Never.
Kinky talk, fetish lists. Whose asshole can take a fist? Triple X. Penetration.